Sorry.
Yeah, we're live, and it's our call-in show. We already have a couple of callers in the queue. We'll get to you. I see you, ex casas. I'm assuming that's Spanish, and I know how to say houses. My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. We break down fights. Jacob does his stupid little song and dance nonsense. We do all sorts of stuff. We give you everything you have ever needed to make money watching fights, to have more fun watching fights, and this is our call-in show. We used to do it on off weeks. There weren't fights. Let's do a call-in show. People can call in, heckle us, say hi, ask questions, make comments.
Well, you're not going to heckle me. I'll tell you that.
Old school radio style. We're going to move that to weekly. We're going to try to do this every single Thursday. We have a couple callers in the queue. I'll get to you in a minute. I just got to do my intros. Guys, to call in, all you need to do is be a premium member. This is just a perk on top of being a premium member. Premium membership gets you all the bets, all the picks, this new line movement tracker where you can just immediately see and you can sort and interact with this chart, which will show you the line movement for particular fighters. And frankly, what I like to do is just sort by the line movement column, see what's moving, and then try to get ahead or avoid movement that I don't want. That is all available now for premium members. Just go to WeWantPicks.com. At the top, click Become a Member. It's freaking $10. Literally $10. We lost a caller. We lost him. Xcast left. Didn't like the intro,
Can I ask you a quick question? And this is a little bit personal, but...
Is this about the stupid mouse?
No, but that's got to stop eventually, I hope. What size is that shirt that you were wearing?
It's enormous. This
yeah,
makes
I
me
know.
look
That's what I'm
500
like.
Pounds.
It literally looks like you were a former 400 or 500 pound man. You've slimmed down, but you love the hoodie, so
Dude,
you kept
it's
it.
it's so comfortable.
I've ever seen.
Oh, I actually I was doing a quick picks video and I looked at myself and I was like, holy shit.
You did
this
a quick
makes me
video
look
in that?
Yeah, and I literally look how big. This is normal. This is my normal.
That's like the TikTok. You probably don't know about it, but the baggy, tight. I'm like, ooh, I like those. I like those. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? That's a nervous laugh.
Here's our boy that bailed on the call-in queue. Come back. Say hi. You don't even have to go on camera. Come back. Say hi. Thanks for being a premium member.
Please.
This call. Listen, Jacob likes to shit on the call-in show and make fun of it.
I don't shit on it. I show up.
You legit root against it. You root against it.
I don't root against it.
Yes, 100% you do. 100%.
If I want to root against it, I could just either not show up or just
No, because then I won't pay you. So you're towing this fine line of I showed up to work, but I secretly don't want it to be a thing because my lock of the week video is going to be the best.
I have no issues with it being a thing. I just don't think it will be a thing. So I hope I'm wrong.
You're 100%.
I'm not rooting against it. I'm just saying the reality is I just don't think it's.
Nah, you're 100% wrong. The call-in show will be a massive success. First of all, like most things we do, we're innovators in this space. We're doing things nobody else is doing. Frankly, nobody else is doing a lock of the week. There's a bunch of people that their lock of the week is a minus 400 favorite.
Yeah, it's Tatsuro this week.
It's literally a lock.
Lock of the night, lock of the week, the biggest favorite on the card. Absolute clowns, no balls.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Balls.
It's literally true. But what Jakey Boy does is his lock of the week is always an underdog. I've shared the stats before, and we share them, after every event. You're up 20, as long as we've been tracking it, you're up 21 units or something like that if you put 1 unit on every single lock.
Right.
Because they're all underdogs.
On my 10 win streak, you would have been a millionaire if you doubled it every single time. Literally. If you started with, I think it was a $10 bet, or maybe it was 100, but
it was
just double it and then double it and double it. I would have made it. If everyone did that, everyone would be millionaires. We would have put Vegas out of business. Literally.
Yeah, you'd be fucking stupid if you did that, though. You'd be so dumb if you had 500 grand and you're like, I'm going to put it all on this random underdog Jacob picked.
It would have been stupid. Like Dennis Tululin, who, by the way, this week is another... Should have been lock of the week as well. I should have played it twice again. One of those times I'm going to get it.
You've never won lock of the week twice. Meaning, there's those random weeks where you pick 2 on the same card. You never hit them both. You need to stop doing that.
I did 3 one week too, and I almost
you lost all 3 of those.
I think it was Mark Madsen saved it.
We got a couple of questions in here. Well, this isn't a question. Welcome, Jonathan Lindsay. Poke around. We've added the line movement tracker. Hopefully you're utilizing that. We've added the cheat sheets for DFS. So for FanDuel and DraftKings, full cheat sheet with ownership projections, leverage, which is like I don't want to say proprietary calculation because it's not, but it's a very high level formula that'll give you the information you need to draft the right fighters, especially for tournament entries, all sorts of stuff. So welcome. What happened to hitting 10K before the year end? Yeah, that was a little disappointing. Obviously, we're
fucking failures. I put it in the chat too.
Shut the whole thing down. We basically. What were we at when I ran that promo? We were at 8,000. We were at 8,000 at like 2 weeks before Christmas. It was like 8,500, and I was like, if we get to 10,000 before the end of the year, so we got very, very close. So we gained well over 1,000 subscribers in that short period of time. But we'll be at 10,000 before UFC 284. Angelo is me when I'm sober, all focused and thinking, and Jacob is high me, putting money on random guys or dogs. That's why I love y'all both. Jacob, does that resonate with you?
Like resin.
You're such a fucking loser, dude. It's out of control.
Huh?
Absolutely out of control. Anyway, guys, premium membership is only $10. If you want 50, I'll give you 50 straight up. I paid out. How much did I pay out this morning? I do it every morning. I wake up. Me or the customer service team will validate the deposits, and then we pay people out. This morning I did it because I get up nice and early. I paid out, I don't know, it was like 300 something bucks. So not a ton.
Oh my God.
Not a ton, but
shit. We gotta stop.
We're handing out that. Well, and you get paid on net revenue, so that money's out the door, and then I calculate your piece of the pie. All right, Jakey boy, what's up with the glasses?
No, I just when you look good, you feel good. You play hard, you play good. So figured I'd step up the accoutrement game. Wear some sunglasses. I don't know. I just put some sunglasses on and had the look. I had these. I told you before the stream started first, but there's just too much glare, I think. So I was gonna act. I actually had those on. I was gonna act like Jeffrey Dahmer the entire stream, just talk like this. Hey, Angelo, you want a party?
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be too out of character to act like an absolute creep. We have Vicious257. Welcome back, Vicious from Detroit, right?
Chicago.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ.
How you doing? His internet just crapped out. I just watched the bar. Oh, it's back. You there, Vicious? I saw his internet go down.
He's probably on his way home from work. I think that's the first time he called in. He was on his way home from work.
Yeah, I see his internet bars going up and down. Well, call back in, Vicious. Vicious will be a a lot of you are going to be first time, long time, and that's like radio lingo. Not Vicious. First time, every time. This guy calls in every show. Thank you, Vicious. And that wasn't a technical difficulty.
Guy's spamming LeBron James. I don't understand. LeBron James. He's playing the Pacers tonight. If he scores 89 points tonight, he becomes the all-time leading scorer in the NBA. You think he's going to pull it off? Let's see how many points he's got.
Why does it have to be tonight?
Pacers are up 14. Well, if he scores 89 tonight, he breaks the record. That's what I said. I mean, it's very easy to understand for anybody else. Okay,
then that logic works. If he scores 2,000 points tonight, then he will be the youngest all-time scoring leader of all time. Fucking loser.
What? That didn't even make any sense.
Because 89 is such an unreasonable number.
I know. That's why it was funny to say that. And instead of being like, ha, you had this whole song and dance about it because you're just like weird about that. You can't ever.
You said it hilarious.
Oh, there was I think on the Kill Tony episode, they said that somebody critiqued somebody else being like, just enjoy the joke. You don't have to dive into everything. Like, just enjoy the joke. It was a joke. You just enjoy it. Sit back and relax. Sit back, relax. Isn't there a 90s rap song that's like that? Sit back.
No, absolutely.
There's one that's like, sit back, relax, catch a cold hand. Catch a cold hand. Sit back. And that's a rap song. But I thought there was a 90s, like, sit back, relax. Damn.
Not that I've heard of. Listen, $1.99 super chat from Quint Lasmian. Quint, you said you were going to call in several times and haven't. Call in.
He's too busy working this mod role in Discord. He has no time.
He is at work.
He has no time.
$2 super chat. Let's go ahead and get the boys to 10K. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much for the super chat.
What the fuck?
What?
Eric Franklin. Hell yeah, Jacob. Gingers unite. What the fuck does that mean?
That he is a ginger and so are you, and you guys are uniting.
I'm not even close to a ginger.
Show us your beard. Zoom in. Put your beard near the camera.
No, this is red for sure.
Oh, okay. You're like this rare species that has all red hair and freckles and see-through sun allergy skin, but are not a ginger.
You want me to pull it out?
Yes.
I don't have pants on. I'll tell you that.
Go ahead.
I just decided today's the day we're going to take a shot.
No, go ahead.
If Angelo gets me super excited and I jump up, that's God's plan. That's the path he led me on.
Just an absolute clown shoe. Just an absolute clown shoe.
Clown shoe? Did you mean to say that instead of clown show? I think you meant to say clown show and you missed, but it was still funny thinking of just like a specific clown shoe.
People say clown shoe.
How about Bozo growing up, man? Did you watch Bozo?
Bozo the Clown?
Yeah, did you watch that? That was a Chicago-based show.
I was going to say, I've 100% heard of it. I don't think I've ever watched it.
WGN, every fucking, I don't know when it was on, man. I think it was on I don't think it was a Saturday morning thing. I think it was like a nightly thing, maybe like a Thursday or a Friday night or something like that. But it was incredible to get the little bucket games and stuff. I can't remember what else they played on there. What an incredible show. Bucket games? Yeah, where you have to throw in the first one, then you have to make it in the second one, then you have to make it in the third one, and you're like trying to throw these things. And I think you competed with people. It was like a game show, but I'm trying to remember the other games that they played. What an incredible TV show that was.
It was. And you know what else is incredible? Our second caller of the night, 5th round. Are you there?
What's up?
Hey, it works. Guy. How are you?
I fucking hate this guy, but we get along now. So.
In Discord or on YouTube?
Discord.
Oh. What's going on, 5th? How you doing?
Pretty good. You guys?
We're all right. Having some drinks, kicking off this live. I mean, you called in. Thank you very much. Jacob doesn't think the call-in show will end up being a success. I actually think it's going to be a huge success.
You don't even let him ask a question. You're already like
I'm asking him, and then he can ask me.
You're kind of implying there, like you're kind of shoving an opinion down my throat there already, right off the bat. Right. With Jacob here. See, ultra aggressive.
There you go. That backfired. that fucking backfired. Holy shit.
Well,
holy shit.
If there was a cue, once we get a cue,
get that clown shoe out of your mouth.
Once we get a cue, I'm just kicking your ass out. Done. That's what happens next time. Now I need you.
I'm bringing quality content here.
I
called in.
You've done more in the last 15 seconds than Angela has in the last 15 months.
I'm going to ask some questions here. Who you guys got? Jones or gone?
Go first, Jacob. We'll do this so we don't talk over each other.
No, you can go first if you'd like. It's your show.
I like, frankly.
What an idiot.
I think Cyril gone because John Jones has just been gone for way, way too long. We have no idea what he's going to look like with the added weight.
That is actually a stupid answer.
All right, go ahead, Jacob.
No, go ahead. It's fine. Go ahead, finish. We're all listening.
That's my take. It's so hard to know. He's been gone for 2 freaking years, added all this weight. His last fight, he lost. He lost his last fight to Dominic Reyes. What a joke. Jacob, go ahead and tell us your
That wasn't Dominic Reyes 2.0, though. That was the original one. The 2.0 is even more impressive than the original one. I think John Jones just makes it the most boring fight ever. I mean, it seems like he's absolutely huge, absolutely strong. He's with Cejudo now, and it seems like they don't show anything that I've seen, but Cejudo's talking as they're sparring and stuff, and it sounds like a lot of wrestling direction. They talk about, too, on one of Cejudo's vlogs about winning the last minute of like every round. And to me, that sounds like get a takedown to end every round. That way we can secure every round win and stuff. So I think he comes in, wrestle heavies. I think it's boring as shit, honestly. But I think he wins.
What do you think, 5th?
He just couldn't take down Reyes. Like, I want to fade him just because of like his last performances were absolute dog shit. And it's been so long. He's probably worse off now. It's a weight change. But he's also John Jones.
That's the thing.
GOAT. Like
I'm 100% with you. I 100% agree he's the GOAT. And I agree with Jacob. If he wrestles, he'll smoke Gone. But like when was the last time we saw him wrestle?
Like, if there's anyone who could pull, like, coming off a 3-year layoff and, like, having shit performances and coming back and changing it, it's probably him.
He seems fucking locked in, too. Those Cejudo things. He's, like, locked in. Like, Cejudo asked him after one of the training sessions, like, what do you want to do next? He's like, you're the coach. Tell me what to do. And Cejudo's like, no, like, trying to respect John Jones. Like, no, you tell me, you know, yourself and whatever. He's like, you're the coach. Put me where you want to do.
All right, speaking of that, Cejudo. The fuck you picking Cejudo for? Aljo. Jacob.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna steam. He's gonna steam. Come on, we know this is one of our arguments in Discord. We know that he's just gonna steamroll Aljo. I love Aljo. I picked Aljo. I picked Aljo twice against Petr Yan, and obviously it worked out one of the times. But I absolutely love Aljo, but his takedowns suck. His grappling's good, but I don't think he's gonna sweep Cejudo if Cejudo gets on top. He's just too good at control.
He's massive,
and Aljo's stand up is awful too.
He's got 20 pounds on him. It's 7 inches of reach, and the dude's 5'4". 7 inches.
Get up underneath and just dump him.
10 miles.
Listen,
I guarantee that Aljo is going for guillotines because he knows that he's going to get taken down anyway, and he'd rather go for a guillotine on every single takedown than just get taken down and held down. I guarantee he's going for guillotines, and that's how you'll know that he knows that he's fucked.
Like, I go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I feel exactly the same way about this one as I do the John Jones-Ciryl Gane fight. I love Henry Cejudo. I wish he didn't retire. I absolutely love Henry Cejudo. All I've wanted is Henry Cejudo to come back. But that's a tougher fight than most. First of all, a couple of years away. Second of all, Aljo's huge. Huge.
Yeah.
Henry Cejudo should be able to have, he's an Olympic gold medalist wrestler, but Aljo's huge. So I'm not betting it.
Aljo could go to 145.
He's big as shit.
Yeah,
I
didn't realize
he probably is. Because he wants Merab to be able to fight for the title too. So if Merab wins against who's he fighting?
I think you're underrating his striking though. Like
Aljo's?
He beat.
He's good volume. I have no issues with his technique or anything like that. He throws good volume. He just does zero damage with it.
Yeah, that's fair. But like, what you think Henry's going to come back and knock him out and just school him on?
No, I just think that if he's going to get out wrestled, he needs to have a clear advantage on the feet, and without the power, it's kind of a 50-50 on the feet. Yeah, he can probably out volume Cejudo, but I think he needs more of an equalizer to beat Cejudo because Cejudo has such an advantage in wrestling.
I agree. It's pretty close on the feet. I might even give Aljo the edge now because of the reach and the time off. But like I think on the ground, it's like Cejudo's got nothing for a submission game.
I agree.
Yeah, but he doesn't need it. He won't get submitted. If Cejudo can get the takedowns, it's his fight. That's it. Done. Like, without a question.
Like,
I just think he'll have a little bit of a hard time.
I think Cejudo keeps it standing. He doesn't get a lot of takedowns to begin with. Like, he likes to bang.
Yeah, I mean,
he really likes to box.
He does. I mean, he definitely doesn't force the wrestling for sure.
Isn't this fight not happening though? Because I
think they just pretty much announced that it is. Or Aljo said he is fighting him. I think
Aljo just went. I thought he just flew to some random country to get stem cells in his bicep to avoid surgery.
For me, I was watching his podcast. That's why I asked about it.
But he's getting stem cells now to avoid surgery, so he doesn't even know if that's going to work, and then he doesn't need surgery.
No, but they said I was watching his podcast. They said they signed it for May 5th. Today.
May's not that far away. What if he does need surgery?
He must not. If he signed something, he must be good to go.
Listen. I hope it. I love Henry Cejudo. Dude. Perfect world. I probably won't bet on either one of those fights. And as a fan, I would love if John Jones destroyed. Ciryl Gane winning. There will always be questions of who the greatest heavyweight is because Francis beat him and then left. If John Jones smokes Ciryl Gane, then it's like yes. This is awesome. Same with Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo comes in here and just beats the brakes off of Aljo. Who's going to beat him if he beats Aljo? Nobody. Maybe Merab, honestly, because of the wrestling. Outside of that, who's going to beat him? He'll smoke pink hair.
I actually think O'Malley matches up well to Cejudo.
Yeah, I think so. I think, and that's the difference between Aljo and Sugar for me is, Aljo can do stuff on the ground and stuff, but he doesn't have an equalizer that's as good as Cejudo's. Sugar has that equalizer with his striking to match the dominant wrestling of Cejudo. So I agree, man.
Like Sean's a real threat on the feet. He'll light Cejudo up. Cejudo needs to get it down. He can hang for a little bit, but he's got
a very good takedown defense too. And when he gets taken down, it's like he knows how to get back to his feet too.
Like there's no way Cejudo wins a 5-round striking match. He's got to get to the ground with O'Malley.
Yeah. No, he won't last a round and a half probably with Sugar hitting him.
It'll be
because gravity's going to take over too. Because he throws those here, but Cejudo's way down there, so he's got to have gravity helping him on every single punch too. Because he's punching down at his kneecaps.
The absolute worst. Fifth, any other questions for us? Appreciate you calling in.
No worries.
I'm not kicking you off. No, I'm not kicking you off. I was just...
I'll ask the last one there. Lewis and Spivac.
Well, I mean, frankly, we broke that down several times, but
Oh wow!
I think
Be ready the guest. Yeah. Hey, call in and ask a question. Yeah, about this upcoming fight. Can you talk about the main event? Because maybe I missed the podcast and stuff like that. What a stupid fucking question, Fit.
I think Spivac wins.
Be nice.
I think Spivac wins, but obviously Derek Lewis can touch him whenever he wants. But I think this whole new skinny Derek Lewis, if it's just the weight difference, meaning he just lost some weight, or even if he's in better shape, but he doesn't change his style, he still just gets pushed around and mauled, and actually it probably works against him because he's even lighter. But if he lost this weight, and now he's going to come out with volume, like Derek Lewis can knock out Spivac if he comes forward, keeps the pressure on, just starts bombing away. He'll put Spivac out. But if he's typical low-volume Derek Lewis, he'll get taken down and held down, and Spivac's not the type of guy he can stand up on. So Spivac's the pick for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I was just worried maybe if Lewis got on top at some point, he'd fuck Spivac up. But
I don't think he's going to get on top, but he could definitely knock his ass out, no problem.
And the other thing is apparently he lost the weight from COVID. It wasn't he didn't start working out heavily.
I saw both of those.
It just happened to happen. I think he just was able to keep it off in the last month, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like he got real fucking sick, like for weeks.
Yeah.
Fevers.
He was 263 for the last fight, and now he's like showing up real skinny, like early January, right after he was like deathly ill. He's talking about losing a bunch of weight.
Right.
Yeah, it's how long has it been? 2 months?
If that.
3
right,
maybe. Yeah, I mean it's definitely. He looks good, though. He doesn't look skinny. He looks like he worked out. So he must have just lost the fat, obviously.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, boys. Thank you.
It's nice talking to you.
All right. Thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No worries. Take care. Bye.
See ya.
Wish I could say the same. Me and him literally, like, that's one of the guys, and that's the perfect example of how to act, because me and him, we go back and forth in the Discord. It looks like we absolutely hate each other. I do kind of hate him a little bit, but like we can still be cordial. Like there's other stuff we can just have normal conversations about. Everyone should strive to be like Fit. You can be an asshole, but it's all in fun. At the end of the day, we're all on the same page. Let's learn to love each other.
Okay. First of all, that is the definition of me.
What's that?
I'm short, like with my, not physically.
You are short, yeah. Confirmed. There you go. Everyone that thought he was 5'6", yeah.
If I'm short, then you have one of those giant foreheads and
I'm long. That's all
shot
that
through
matters.
cannons. The no, like I'm people think I'm like rude, nasty, I'm aggressive, all those things. I'm not gonna be rude to anybody. Like I can have a conversation with anybody and be totally fine.
You just were rude to him like 3 separate times. This is the first time I'm ever talking to this guy. You were like belittling him. You were like calling him stupid and stuff.
That's not how that went down.
That's exactly what happened. I don't know what your memory is.
Sensitive
you like block
sound.
out all your trauma as well, apparently.
I only see the good in people, including myself.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's not what happened.
If Hallow Shao showed up, if Shallow Hal showed up and he looked at me and he looked at you, I would be fucking Tom Cruise and you would be fucking Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi is
you'd be
the
Jabba
ugliest.
the Hutt is who you'd be.
If
they saw who you actually are.
Steve Buscemi's. I actually said that. I was talking to Josh the other day.
Steve, what'd you say? Steve what?
Steve Buscemi. You don't know who Steve Buscemi is?
No, dude. I'm normal.
Okay, chat. Who here actually knows who Steve Buscemi is? No Google, no bullshit. Everybody knows who Steve Buscemi is.
I know him now, but I don't know. I didn't know that's.
But everybody knows his name too. Everybody knows his name too.
I don't think so. Like when you see it, you're like, oh, I know who that guy is, but.
First of all, do you think people put arcades in their house to save money? Is that what you think?
He does it to show off his money.
You got it all wrong, my man.
That's not to save money. That's just say, hey, look what I got that you don't have a fucking got.
Yeah, I just love.
Let me
Big
put
Bug
this.
Hunter.
Make sure this is in frame. But I'm gonna hide it a little bit so I'm not like completely flaunting it. So it looks like I'm trying to be cordial and whatever about it. But at the end of the day, every once in a while I do turn that chair and make sure you get a good look at that shit. Because I've got it and you don't have it.
It's not even like. First of all, if you want a real buck hunter, this is the arcade one-up. I'm sure you guys have seen these at Best Buy and stuff like that.
They're like only how much money?
They're like $600.
Like, see, it's like fucking, it's like $600. It's some people's rent payment. It's like it's nothing.
Do you know how much a real one is?
I'm sure you know.
Yeah, because I wanted to. My favorite. What were your go-to arcade games? Mine were always the Time Crisis. Like the arcade gun games are by far my favorite. So I always wanted to buy one. They're like $6-7 grand.
I wasn't allowed to go to the arcade.
That checks out. Everything about that makes sense, actually.
Most of my childhood was spent in a bubble.
Your allergies. The sun. Your parents knew. This kid's going to go out. He's going to get some sun, and it's going to kill him. So they tried their best. I don't know why you're always... I don't know why you're always
That's
complaining
going to be
about
on my
them.
fucking tombstone. Angelo's saying, they're going to go to the sun, it's going to fucking kill him. And now I'm dead.
I mean, your parents are like, they're retired and well off and stuff. But if they didn't have money, I'd be like, I'll cover the funeral. Just let me write the headstone. It's just gonna be allergic to the sun. That's all it's gonna say. 5'6".
I'm actually
to the sun.
In my in my living will, I have written that I want to be a compost pile.
Not even spread.
Have you seen that? I think I saw it on TikTok.
Oh, and it's like they plant a tree in it, and it's like
Now a person in a box, and the mom is like raking like old vegetables and dirt and stuff over their kid. Like this is what they wanted. Literally, it's like a room with a box. And I guess they're gonna close the box and let them just rot into the whatever. This is the craziest thing I've ever. I was like, what the hell? Because then she even was like, oh, I'm covering his head now or something like that. It was like, what are you? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And it's just people that want to die and just become a compost pile. And then what do you use that soil to grow tomatoes? And then you feel like when you're having that BLT you're having a moment with your child or something. What the hell's going on?
I feel it. We got a couple of chat questions here. Jay, that's not a question, but Street Fighter. Yeah, the only reason I didn't buy Street Fighter. So I bought.
Mine was Blitz, by the way. I didn't answer. Blitz was.
They have that now in this. That you can go buy Blitz at. I saw it at Best Buy, but Blitz is $700. They made it $100 more because it's 4-player. They also have Ninja Turtles, Simpsons. Like it's actually what Arcade 1-Up has done. The biggest issue, I would actually buy more of them. This is 3/4 size. Look how, I'll show you. They're not very big.
Oh, it's like me.
See?
Did you get that? You probably went over your head a little bit. Definitely went over mine.
I got it. Everything goes over yours.
Yeah, no shit. That's, Jesus. I make the
thanks
joke.
For the layup.
You're the guy.
No, you laid it up and I fucking dunked it.
The joke was
bitch.
what I said, and then you had to go in more depth and describe it. You just think that people can't understand what I said.
You said it went over my head. That was the layup.
That's the joke. It went over my head. Ha ha! Look, he's making a joke about his own height, and then you're like, ho, everything goes over your head, and you double did the joke.
Anyway, couple of other comments here, not from absolute muppet. Sunglasses inside.
Uh-oh. Ooh, sunglasses. He got mad and just.
I got all fucking aggressive. I clicked the wrong button.
Sunglasses inside guy. Holy shit.
Armory Angel, who y'all got between Jimmy Crute and Alonzo Menafield. Listen, Jacob hasn't done his official picks, neither have I, but if you're a premium member, you've seen the bet. I put a little bit on Alonzo Menafield there. Listen, I think, and I was arguing with Josh, the web guy, today too. He's on the Jimmy Crute side. He's a big Jimmy Crute fan. Here's the thing. Jimmy Crute can get knocked out. Alonzo Menafield hits like a train and has very good takedown defense. Alonzo Menafield will get lit up by anybody with technical striking. We agree on that, right? His chin is up. He throws wild. Technical striking will light him up. Jimmy Crute's not a technical striker. Jimmy Crute's last fight, he was put out. I actually think Alonzo Menafield wins, and I think I put $20 or $25, so a quarter of a unit on him to win. It's plus 190. What do you think, Jacob? I know you and I disagree, but you at least see a world where Alonzo Menifield knocks that mullet off his head.
Alonzo Menifield absolutely sucks, and everyone in the Discord knows that. Everyone that shows up to the live streams know that. The last time we did.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why'd you stop talking?
Did you just have a panic? I'm just like, you just like got up and left. So I'm just like, what
I said I'm getting.
You have
I
a panic
said.
attack. What are you doing? You can't. You
Well, I
just
said
there was 3 seconds of silence. We can't have 3 seconds of silence.
I said I was getting a drink, and in the middle of talking, you just dead stopped.
I didn't hear you
so
say
like,
that. I'm just like, I'm just like, okay, well.
I heard the dead stop, and I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
I know, because I was also very surprised that all of a sudden the person that asked for my opinion isn't listening to my opinion. I just thought there would be a nice little moment that I would be talking, and then we could have a little back and forth, and then you even left a comment up to like cover my face. It's the most ridiculous I've ever seen. Yeah, Alonzo Menifield absolutely sucks, and everyone that was in the live chat his last fight, we were actually excited. So we were actually excited in the live chat because when he won, we said, okay, this guy does suck. Confirmed he does suck, but he won the fight. But you could tell the way he's fighting, he absolutely does suck. So we were excited in the live chat that he won, thinking that he was going to be like a 2-1 favorite in his next fight so we could fade him. So I'm actually surprised that he's still an underdog because visually...
2-1 underdog.
I know. Visually, it looks like he's like, oh my God, he's doing this, he's doing that. But when you watch him fight and the way he does it, it sucks. I mean, and he sucks and he's going to get knocked out eventually, and it's probably going to be Jimmy Crute.
If Jimmy Crute knocks him out, he needs to retire, dude. Jimmy Crute's not very good. Not very good. Now, I might be bitter. That was the worst betting night I've ever had in my life. I did a fight companion, which I don't normally do. This was 2 houses ago for me. I did a fight companion, and I bet on.
You remember Alonzo Menifield got knocked out by a jab from OSP.
But at least he's a very good, big, powerful striker.
It was like a, oop, and Alonzo was like, So don't say that another 205-pound man can't knock him out.
Jimmy Crute. So I was doing the live stream, the fight companion there, and I bet on Brendan Allen. He got lit up by Chris Curtis. Then I started chasing him. I'm going to double or nothing on Jimmy Crute. He's fighting Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill's arm just got fucked up by Paul Craig, and then Jamal Hill knocked him out, and I was like, I hate both these dudes. Never betting on these idiots again. So I hate him. And I'm rooting for Alonzo Menifield. Harituro asked, will we be able to watch the full card with ESPN Plus? 100%. Absolutely. If you're talking about
I thought you
this
said early
weekend's
on
card.
that they were going to like not show the Road to UFC ones or something like that.
I never said that.
I remember you saying that to me privately, in private, when we were sitting on the couch, when we were under the blanket.
I bet you did. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is a solid game. So the reason I only bought this one, this was the first gun game that they released, and I'm a big gun game fan. And I'm aggressive. I've wrestled my whole life. All those things. I also have a big.
So that's not a good. I mean, back to back like that is. I love gun games, and I'm aggressive. It's like I don't know. There's gonna be a.
Well, where I was going with that is I also have like a nerd streak in me, and I can build arcades.
I think that's the triple whammy.
What? A nerd who loves arcade games. You're actually right. I'm socially outgoing though, so I'm outgoing, which is that's the counter. Anyway, I have an NVIDIA Shield, so like my main TV setup is like a big LG OLED. Then I have an Apple TV, which is just like the normal thing that I watch TV with. And then I have an NVIDIA Shield. The NVIDIA Shield is loaded with Launchbox and a bunch of emulators, so I can play any PS1 game. I can play any of that stuff. I actually had a full arcade. When Jacob and I first started hanging out 7-8 years ago, you would come over and we would drink and play Twisted Metal.
And I was a virgin.
On my arcade. You might still be. I didn't deflower you. Listen, I'm pretending that we're gay together is like this is not something that is.
Why do you think you have those fake teeth?
I honestly,
Knock those suckers back.
I was gonna clip. Jesus Christ. No. I'm watching the live viewer count go down. Like that's just too far. That's just way too far. Oh, way too far.
Shut it down.
Crazy Taxi's a solid game. I was a big Sega fan too. I had the Sega Dreamcast. I was like one of 8 people that bought a freaking Sega Dreamcast. And you know why I bought a Sega Dreamcast?
My friend had a track game on the Sega Dreamcast. We would play. That's all we played was a track game, track and field game.
Dude, Virtua Tennis on Sega Dreamcast got me through college. Virtua Tennis on. So here's a Sega Dreamcast.
Is that a Masters?
It might be a PhD. So my freshman year in college, I went to a small college in Boston, and it was in a brownstone. Like the college campus was whatever. The dorms were a brownstone, and my room. I'm gonna unpin this. This is about Sega Dreamcast. I had 4 roommates, or 3 roommates, me and 3 people. So 4 of us total. Me, this kid Oliver, 2 other.
How many
kids.
beds?
Okay. Oliver and I got along great. Shut up. Oliver and I got along great. One of the other roommates was awesome. And Anthony, he's now a one of those firefighters that like fly like
Here's
a
one of your
woodsman.
stories.
Okay. He's a firefighter like in the woods. One of those people. Anyway,
those are called firefighters.
Well, anyway, but it's like the special kind. Me, Oliver, that kid Anthony, and then this 4th kid. The 4th kid sucked. Kid was a big time dork. Sucked, and not dork like Angel. No, like the kid sucked, and he left because he sucked. Then it was me, Oliver, and Anthony. Anthony left because he left school entirely. So then it was me and Oliver, and then Oliver was like, "Dude, I don't know who they're putting in this room. I'm gonna go." I'm gonna go figure something else out. I'm like, dude, we have a view. We're on the 5th floor, like a corner room. It's massive. Let's not mess this up. And I was friends with the RA, who was like, or the RD, who was a grown man. He had a Sega Dreamcast. I knew how to burn and copy Dreamcast games, so I was giving him burned Dreamcast games, and he let me keep my room. So the whole second semester freshman year, had what the equivalent like rent would be like $5,000-$6,000 a month rent, with full bathroom, big ass master. I put the beds together, made a king. I got those stupid egg crate with the king size sheet. I was living. That's that story. So Sega Dreamcast got me through college.
Your stories they go like this. They start off like this. And then they go,
who gives a shit?
And then they go,
who gives a shit? Somebody said you don't last very long in bed, Jacob. Very bizarre comment section tonight.
I don't know why anyone would say that.
Oh, where are we with you reviewing all of the OnlyFans?
Where am I in reviewing them? You make me film myself as I'm reviewing them, so you know what's going on. I mean, don't act like I'm not supposed to send you every. Hey, make sure while you're watching these. That way,
this is
like
so.
for, I guess
honestly,
for like tax
I'm getting,
purposes or something.
I'm getting real sick of you just making shit up. Just making shit up.
What?
That's okay.
Are you saying right now that when I'm doing this, when I'm watching and looking at the videos of the girls on OnlyFans, I'm not supposed to film myself and send it to you? You've never said that. That's what you're saying right now.
I have never said
You've never
that.
Okay.
This is absurd. So anybody watching that doesn't know, anybody new that doesn't know your sense of humor thinks I have fake teeth, that we're a gay couple, and I make you watch OnlyFans of fighters and then send me your reaction. That's what people are thinking.
No, as I'm watching, you're like, I want you to see. I want to see what you see.
A private live stream. No, I do not want to see what you see. Absolutely in no world. Absolutely in no world. Was I in? Oh, never mind. I'm unpinning this. I figured that out the second I pinned it. We got a couple questions. Lean on Josh Emmett for Yair Rodriguez. I like Josh Emmett in that matchup.
And his
I think-
beard. Have you seen his beard?
I have not.
Holy shit. What an inspiration.
A Grizzly Adams beard?
What an inspiration. I assume he's got an Instagram. Yeah, here we go.
How did you see the beard?
Because he has an Instagram and people post pictures of themselves.
So why'd you say I assumed? God damn it, dude. They just closed my kid's school tomorrow. Fuck me. Dude, it's fine outside.
Slam the mouse. Fuck.
Yeah, no, this actually deserves a mouse. My kids have been home for 3 days. This is now the
hates his
fourth
kids. I don't know.
day. I love my kids. But home during the week, during the day, I have a real job and this. Shit. I don't know if Tiffany saw it. These pussies closed school tomorrow. Honestly,
It is pretty ridiculous.
I love Texas. I wouldn't want to live I'm from Connecticut. Texas is very, very different. Everything I've like grown up with, loved, accustomed to, very different. Half the shit doesn't exist, especially food-wise. I would not want to live anywhere else. I love it here. North Texas specifically. But this is fucking ridiculous. There's no snow left. Oh, that is. Is he a ginger?
Of course he's a ginger.
Look at you, man.
You know what's
I mean-
funny is I actually have little white hairs like in those exact same spots. Like right here and right here. You probably can't really see, but there's like little white hair and little white hair. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Isn't that crazy?
Congratulations.
I am.
That is crazy.
Josh Emmett. Dude, the Josh Emmett, oh my God. If you guys, and I've said this 100 times, I don't give a shit. If you guys have never watched the interview with Bobby Knuckles when they ask him about people making a nickname for Josh Emmett that had to do with Skyrim, it's the funniest shit in the entire world. And I'm going to listen to it right now.
No, don't.
No, I think I am.
Not for all of us to hear.
I think everyone would agree that.
How long is it?
It's like 15, 20 seconds.
Oh, okay.
This is 40 seconds.
One more. What do you make of Josh Emmett? People want to change his nickname to the Fighting Falmer after Skyrim.
Say this again.
Josh Emmett, fans want to change his nickname to the Fighting Falmer based off of the Skyrim
Like
character.
the little deformed elf.
The Blind's Goblin.
Why do they want to do that?
I guess they think he looks like a Falmer.
Fans are ruthless, aren't they?
He seemed to appreciate it. It's like people on Reddit want him to change.
Yeah, I'm happy I got called Bobby Knuckles, right?
He's such a funny dude because he's a nerd, so he loves Skyrim. He's always playing Skyrim. And the little Falcon dude, because Josh Emmett looks like a goddamn alien. He's like, why do they call him that? So because he looks like him, he just loses his shit. So funny. I love Bobby.
He's a very unfortunate looking man. It's funny. So I stood up, went to the arcade. Now people think I'm fat and short. That's unfortunate. That was an unfortunate move, especially.
I didn't even see you do it. I was looking for.
Especially in my fat guy hoodie. Let me take this fucking off because
Can
this
you do
is
it
not.
again? Oh, is this where the
not-
shirt comes up with the shirt, and then we get?
Oh, I thought I
There's
was
a
wearing a
strike.
better. I thought I was wearing a better undershirt than this.
Oh my god!
This is not much. This is not
like a
much
wife
better.
beater.
It
It's like the modified wife beater.
I thought it
Oh
was.
my god! Just a tease for the fans. Just a tease.
I
If
thought-
you want to see more.
I have like black like Calvin Klein undershirts that like make me look buff as shit, and I thought it was that. I'm like, fuck these guys. And I'm like, oh, it's my Fruit of the Loom.
You kind of look like Tim
white
Allen in
undershirt.
Santa Claus when he just balloons up. He's got that little white T-shirt on.
What do you think my actual weight is? I've told you. Without being an asshole. That's impossible.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Guys,
How much
the
do you
answer
think
is
you weigh on the moon?
I officially, real talk, I weighed myself today for the first time in a while because I felt
You
myself
probably
getting,
do still weigh more than me on the moon.
Well, I'm, in all seriousness, I'm 6'3".
I have a health condition. In all
Thyroid.
seriousness, it is not my fault. It is hormones.
I'm 6'3". The scale today said 265, which is A lot.
6'3" is a little aggressive, but
I'm probably
I think
6'2"
the
and a half.
265
I'm probably
is a little
6'2" and a half.
conservative, so it
I'm
works
probably
out.
6'2" and a half. Probably 6'2" and a half. Yeah, 6'3", I'm probably exaggerating a half an inch there, but I'm 265.
Just under the heavyweight limit. What'd you say? 265.
Yeah, a somewhat soft 265. Sure. This
soft.
This is. I mean, that's bop, bop, bop. That's going for me. The forearms.
so?
Yeah, all the wrestling muscles.
God, that looked like Jello.
It's just honestly, it's a lot.
Yeah, I bet. That thing was jiggling.
It's all
Go like
vein.
this. Oh God! Well, it's all
Dude,
tied up like you got blood pressure vest on or whatever that sleeve on.
A cup.
There you go. I pull it down. Now do a little like that.
Not in this fat.
Yeah,
guy
come
hoodie.
on. Let's see it.
Look at this hoodie.
Come on.
Look at this hoodie is the most comfortable thing I've ever worn in my entire life, which is why I'm wearing it.
That's the meme, and it works for you too. When you see the ladies with the big arms, they're great cooks. You're a great cook as well, Angelo.
My grandmother, just the fucking. I am a great cook. Speaking of, we got Fight Foods for next weekend. Fight Foods is the new. We're gonna do a vlog. People are demanding to know more about our lives. This is how I envision it, guys. Jacob's gonna film. It's all about fight day. Jacob's gonna film at his house when he's waking up, whatever the fuck his day looks like. Lots of lotion. Then he's gonna come over. I'm gonna film my day waking up. I have people over. I'm a people person. I got Jacob over, a couple neighbors, a couple friends. People come over, and I always
We all
cook.
get in the bath.
I always cook. I always cook way too much food.
You're like, why would you? It degrades you too. Why are you say that? Why are you bringing me into that?
I can't wrap my old ass head around it. I always cook something. Last time I cooked Chinese red ribs, and Jacob said they were amazing.
Is cooking.
That's so stupid. That's just so stupid. I'm gonna post a picture. I'm gonna put a picture up here on what I made last time. My Chinese red ribs.
Oh my God, those were so good. That's not even.
And you're not. And this isn't Jacob in character.
I wish I could be a sarcastic asshole, but I can't even make fun of those. That was incredible. So the flavor on those were, and they were before they were put in the oven or whatever. They were the tenderness and juiciness and the. Oh my God! When I get when you have a good piece, of
it just started so sincere that it just turns into
you know
Jacob.
Exactly where that was headed. And I was going to say, when you get a big piece of meat in your mouth and it just starts dripping down the sides of your fucking face. Oh, that's the best kind. Oh, I love that. Oh my
Who did
God!
I text this to?
Oh God!
Shut the fuck up! All right, here we go.
Oh shit!
Here we go. Come on, save. I gotta save a picture. What the?
Oh my God! You're gonna leak something bad.
No, I'm just gonna share my screen. Share screen.
Here we go. Let's see what leaks.
Chrome does not have permission to access your screen. Jesus, forget it. Let me get this in Chrome. Hold on.
What were you gonna say? Why couldn't you just go like this?
Because I'm not 100, and I'm on my MacBook. Let me.
Oh my God!
I will do that. Anyway,
airdrop it to your phone and show it.
Here's the point of no, the picture's in text. All right, shut up. Anyway, the where I'm going with this is it's gonna be called Fight Foods. It's gonna be Jacob's Day. Jacob and I watch the fights together, and other people come over. Jacob's day leading up to coming to my house. My day leading up to the fights. I'll talk about what I'm cooking, the food, all that bullshit, and we'll just have live reactions to the fights, stuff like that, and then we'll edit it down to a blog. And it should actually be a lot. Yeah, you're right. I've been saying it correctly most. Okay, so anybody from the Northeast, this is not like crazy to you, right? You guys have had boneless spare ribs at the Chinese joint. I have learned how to make my own. That is, those are pork steaks. I cut out the bone. I slice them nice and thin. I make the Chinese marinade. I put red food coloring. That's the only way to get it red. And then I stack
is it really
it
just
up.
Food coloring? It's just for aesthetics?
Yeah, the red is for aesthetics.
I think I honestly think it helps the flavor. Like when I saw those,
your
it matches the flavor.
yeah,
it literally matches the flavor perfectly. Like if that meat was brown, and I would have been like, oh, whoa, but it tasted exactly like it looked. Well, that's ingenious.
And then then I cook it on that thing. That's like if you do like shawarma or gyros, it's like a giant stick.
Oh, it's called gyros.
Gyro. That's the same bullshit with people who go mozzarella, mortadella. They speak perfect normal English and then gyro. Shut up. Just say gyro. Anyway, so you have to marinate the meat overnight. You stack it up. It's just a big metal pointy rod over a dish. Then I smoke it, and then you shave it, the outside. You ate the first 2 layers of the shaving, which was amazing. But then I kept having to put it back in the grill, and then I got bored, and then I just threw it in the oven, and then...
Do you use your new Manscaped 2.0 to shave that meat? Go to manscaped.com and use promo code FreckedSalamander.
That's not a real thing.
Imagine if I just had my own thing.
You shouted out it, yeah. You're like,
wait a second. You're like, wait a second here.
I had I managed Nick Newell, professional fighter. He doesn't fight anymore, but I got him a Manscaped deal. All those Manscaped deals, they're not very good. It's like, we'll give you the free kit and then use the code and we'll give you a percentage. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to make that money. To the point where it's
I like to work for my money.
I bet you do. The South doesn't know how to salt the roads. No, they do salt the roads. They apply a brine ahead of time, which is dumb. Here's the thing. It's literally a math equation.
First of all, anytime a sentence starts off with the South, I didn't know. I thought you were about to just start reading something.
No, I read it ahead of time.
Because I was like, I heard the South, and I was like, whoa, here we go.
No, I read it ahead of time. It's just a math equation. This happens 3-4 days a year. And what do? Spend hundreds of millions, potentially billions of dollars on plows
Actually,
and
all
trucks
the stuff
and
around
all that
here
stuff.
was like salted really well, considering they don't have a lot of stuff sanded and salted. Every single overpass, every single intersection, every single little bridge.
I was going to say they do. That's what they do. They do, at least here in Prosper, they did all the intersections and they did the overpasses, but not the regular strip of road. So leaving my driveway, it's like Disney on ice. And then I get to the main road and it's a little better. The intersections are totally fine. The highway's totally fine. But leaving your neighborhood is a mess. This is my neighbor. I gave him the link to call
Ridiculous.
He's a teacher. God damn it, Bo. I shit on somebody the other day for spelling ridiculous like this. Didn't I?
Maybe it's part of the joke. It feels like it's part of the joke.
I hope so. Otherwise, he's really
going to school and stuff. I don't know.
He's really going to get
it. That's a pretty deep one if that is an option. But I'm on the fence about it. He'll claim it probably is at this point, but
well, you know what it is? He'll be here for Fight Foods.
Because then it goes a little deeper because it's like now I have to homeschool my kids and look how I spell.
You know what's funny? If I stood next to Bo, people really would be thinking I'm 5'6", 300 pounds.
Walk over, Bo. We got time.
Yeah, Bo. Bo, we'll wrestle on camera. So Bo's my neighbor.
Here we go. You did it yourself, Bo.
3-something years. He did do it. This is what you get for participating.
And we're the only. We're figuring out that we're the only people that call him Bo.
Well, so this is
because every time you ask somebody, they say, "Oh no, it's Blake."
Blake. So he.
How did I get scooped into that? That's probably your guys' pet name for him, and then somehow I got roped into calling him that too. Like it's like a little bit of a turn on every time we say.
Here he is. Here's the giant motherfucker. How you doing, Bo?
What's up, guys?
Does it turn you on when we say Bo because we're the only ones that say it?
Y'all are cool to call me whatever.
There it is.
That was a weird answer.
No, that's a yes.
No, because it was like, he's like, oh, you can call me whatever.
Well, this is why I know you, because your wife hates that I call you Bo. She's like, I don't know why he introduces himself as Bo, but that's how you introduced yourself to me when I first met you.
Yeah, my non-friends get to call me Bo.
Jesus Christ! Ooh. Ouch!
Oh yeah, that didn't. I'd fucking kick him, honestly.
That was deep.
I'd get him out of here.
Are
you in your bathroom, by the way?
No, this is the dining room.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Well, you have a Jacob's like, whoa, your house has a separate room to eat in?
Yeah, we don't.
Shots fired. I don't know why you took a shot at me. He couldn't take a shot at me. I don't know why you're doing his dirty work for him. Holy shit. He couldn't wait to pounce on
I
that.
heard my name. I misspelled something.
Oh,
yeah,
ridiculous?
you misspelled.
Yeah.
You misspelled. First of all, two things. One, I don't think you're on your Wi-Fi at home. This is absurd. Two, you misspelled ridiculous, and you're a teacher, Bo. What's going on?
I'm lagging right now.
Not lagging, but it's cutting out more than it should. Did you guys not do fiber? The rest of the street has fiber.
Yeah, we did fiber, but God knows what this ice storm's doing to it underground.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm streaming from the exact same fiber.
Yeah,
but
so
We should be in school. I don't know.
that's why you tip the guy, Bo. Maybe next time.
We should be in school right now. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on.
Is yours canceled tomorrow too, where you teach?
But we have little country roads. The Frisco and Prosper
Oh,
school.
Country Roads. That's a James Taylor song, right?
Oh, everybody should be in school. So
Dude,
Wow, what a great message. I mean, the fact that he came on here and just sent a great message that everyone should be in school. I mean, hats off to you, Bo. You're an inspiration to all
I'm
of
gonna
us.
get fired, but by my ISD for that opinion. So
It's honestly a little like. Did you go out today at all? We went to the store and it was 100% fine. 100%.
store was
Well,
great.
it's all gonna freeze tonight, guys. It's all gonna
Everything.
freeze again.
So
Yeah, they said it's gonna freeze tomorrow too. Hey, Bo, for UFC 284, what should I make? You're my biggest. You eat most of it.
yeah, I eat a lot. I don't know. I sent you like 10 things in a text.
It was egg rolls was on there, right?
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
The problem is like that requires like I'm not delicate. That like requires finesse.
Well, you made the smoked queso that I wanted last time, so
How about we start baking stuff?
Cakes. It just cakes.
Yeah,
into
like
weird-
cupcakes and cakes
beautiful.
and cookies, and we can get a bunch of fondant, and we can just start making stuff.
do I need to like bring an hors d'oeuvre maybe?
Yeah, you bring something.
Caviar.
Have your mother-in-law make that tortilla soup. That was good.
Hey, for appetizer, can you bring me like 3 dozen eggs? And I'll just take those. I'll just fucking take those home.
We can't afford it. Eggs are off fruit for some reason.
Oh man. Oh, I'm glad you.
Recently, it was like $6.
I bought. I bought eggs.
I don't know how much. I've never looked at a price tag in my life, so.
Yeah, I don't buy eggs that often. But I saw one of our other neighbors. One of our other neighbors posted that he got them at HEB and they were like normal price.
They were normal price at HEB. At our local grocer, we bought some for the neighbor while we were there, and it was $5.99 a piece. So
I don't know what they even
price
cost
gouging.
before.
Price gouging on it.
I think it was like $2 because that's what I said too. Because I went to Target and they were like $5 or $6 for like, and I was like, oh, that doesn't seem too bad. And then I was like, what's the regular? I think they were like $2.50 or something like that. It was like a normal price, so it's like almost tripled.
I have no. Tiffany did all the shopping, so I have no idea what the hell food costs.
It's all the avian flu going around.
There it is, drying up all the eggs. Drying up all the eggs. That's crazy.
Tell me what's good about this next card, because watching it 10
Jekka.
doesn't sound good to me. Watching a bunch of names and faces
Jekka.
where it doesn't sound that great.
Have you seen the Jekka knockout? I'll text it to you right now if you haven't.
I need to watch the Jekka knockout, and that's
Watch it live right now. Hold on, it's about to be on its way.
I'm sure y'all's bets are above the median just because y'all research this stuff more than I.
Here's the thing about this card, and this is like genuine. I'm gonna do this in my betting video tomorrow too. Nobody should be betting on this card if you're not gonna watch. Like, why would you bet money and then just go to bed and cross your fingers? And like at that point, you're not doing it because you enjoy watching the fights. You're doing it because you think there's
you
free
have
money
a
out there.
problem.
Yeah. So what I will say though is this card could be really fun because there's a bunch of these tournament guys and stuff like that are like wild, young, light. Like there's a lot of guys here that could go out there and it could be a really fun card. I'm not going to be able to stay awake for the whole thing though. Jacob's going to live stream it.
At least the prelims till midnight, probably 9 to midnight. Get a little live streaming because it's actually kind of good too because the featured prelim I'm pretty sure is the Jekka fight, which is lock of the week. So We'll either go to bed happy.
I'll come over to your house, Angelo, and I'll make sure you stay awake for all of them.
We'll pull an all-nighter.
Ooh,
We'll pull an all-nighter.
cute. That's
I'm
cute.
not pulling anything though.
You guys can make hot chocolate. You guys can make hot chocolate and stuff. Keep you awake.
No, I gotta save my energy for next week. But hey, we're vlogging. So next week, when you come over to watch 284, you're gonna have to sign a waiver. You will be on camera.
Okay, I'm good with that.
I'm not making you sign a waiver. I'm just doing it.
So get your lawyer ready because you can't sue.
I gotta put the kid. See y'all later.
All right, see you, dude. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Tell that asshole 3,000 houses down that he hasn't called in yet.
Best channel on YouTube. I beat y'all's ass every week, and I still keep watching.
Whoa, get him out of here.
And
Get him out of here. Get him out
and
of
Bo
here.
has to put his kids to bed.
Shit, yeah, get him out of here.
What is annoying about that?
That was made up, by the way. It's made up.
What is annoying about that is he actually does win our friend's draft.
He constantly beats you. That'd be me. I tell you that.
He wins our friend's DraftKings league way more often than he should. He doesn't bet how many units is he up. He doesn't bet.
And whose advice does he use to beat us? Our own advice.
And that's what's annoying. Like, he'll literally be like, well, I watched y'all's. He's got some twang. He's from Oklahoma.
He watches us and puts together lineups better than us. Because he
annoying.
absorbs both of us. He has both of us inside of him at the same time.
Okay, Jesus Christ. There that is. Didn't take
It's
you
not
long to
weird
get
unless
there.
you make it weird. I mean, you're the one that made it weird. I didn't even say anything. I don't even know what I said.
Well, you can't tell from that video. That's what I was saying. So first of all, Bo and I have some weird thing going on. So I think this is what happened.
Bo and I have some weird thing going on. Okay.
And I said that after.
I'm
and I
excited
said
to hear where
that
this
after
goes.
you made some weird gay joke too.
I know.
You're just watching the Jack and knockout. Anyway, so I moved to the block, I don't know, a couple years after he lived there. And he's like legit 6'7", 6'6", a football coach. Like all the Southern man things. Good looking dude. Yeah, good looking dude, lots of hair.
If they could pick top 10 people to represent Texas, Bo would probably be one of those 10.
He's from Oklahoma, played D1 football. He's from Oklahoma, but he's like what you envision a Texan being. And then I move in, and I'm just loud. I just will say whatever the hell I want to say to anybody I want to say, and I'll say it very loudly. And I think it was a little bit of, he was like the one getting things off shelves and helping people move stuff and the man on the block. And then I show up with my mouth. And now we have this weird tension until we wrestle. We're not going to find out who the man on the block is.
Me and Bo have this weird thing. And
You
it leads
said
to this
sexual.
weird tension. And I can't wait to wrestle him. This is American Beauty.
I
Right?
never initiate
American Beauty, by the way. Fantastic film if you've never seen it. Do you know what I'm
Was
talking
he
about,
gay?
American Beauty?
Yeah, he jerked off in the shower to his daughter's friend. Was he?
Well,
he wasn't gay,
Oh,
right?
yeah, at the end, and they were like working out together, and then they just started him and the neighbor's dad or the neighbor, I guess it's just the neighbor, but
I don't remember it then.
Just started going at it in the garage while they were working out. Fantastic film. Love that movie. I love that movie. It is a good movie though.
Yeah, there you go. But I remember watching it. I think it was high school when it came out.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't born yet, but high school for you.
Okay, whatever.
I'm not even gonna take it.
We may end up at a point where we Bo's big ass gonna love this. 279 Canadian from Jay on -500 Bo versus Angela plus 270. Thank you very much. We've legit had arguments, like not like screaming, yelling, because he's obviously a large, physically fit, athletic guy. I've wrestled my entire life, and then that ends up being the argument. Like, natural athlete who's been around
haven't
wrestling.
we determined now that you've definitely not wrestled more than you have wrestled at this point? You say you wrestled your whole life, but when's the last? I mean, you stopped wrestling.
That's a fair. No, I stopped wrestling at like 30-ish. So like 10 years ago, 9 years ago. Because I competed in tournaments as an adult in open divisions just for fun. I would coach the kids and I would compete.
Throwing that leotard.
You know what's funny? I was like 28.
And you were still insecure with the singlet.
You don't have to wear singlets when you wrestle in open divisions as an adult.
But you wore one anyway.
But I said, no, so I wrestled a kid in singlet. that was like on break from college. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get fucked up in front of these kids. And I did win it. And what ended up sucking, it was a round it was a round robin tournament, and I competed in like 2 different divisions, so I had to wrestle him twice. It was like, I was nerve-wracking. And then I had to wrestle the high school state champion.
Because he had a singlet on?
No, because in my mind, I was like, oh shit, like this kid, he wrestles in college. He's just on break. He's just coming out. It's a summer tournament. He just hopped in this division. I'm about to get beat up. I won.
He probably brought his girlfriend too, and then she left him.
I lost
my golf tournaments.
I lost to one of my buddies, this kid Ryan. I lost to Ryan in a wrestling tournament. I managed him as a manager. I coached against him. He's younger than me. I was a coach.
The corner man?
The corner man. I lost to him in a tournament. He teched me. It was very embarrassing. That wasn't legit embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Legit teched me. Because especially what sucked is in practice, I felt like I remember I lateraled him. There was a few times in practice where I was like, oh, I'm good. And then in the tournament, in his gym at his high school, he teched me. It was bad.
Well,
it was bad.
It's that hometown feeling. It'll get you up and going. Even when even when I went back to my hometown in Indiana, just driving through town, I was rock hard, got me going. It's good to be home.
What's funny about the day that he teched me in that tournament, we both had, it's round robin. He got first, I got second. We both had to wrestle this big grown man. At this point, we're like I'm late 20s, he's early 20s probably. We both had to wrestle this big, like, incredibly physically fit, who's wearing a Swedish singlet. And the rumor around, like, the gyms were that he was some Swedish national champion or some Swedish, whatever the hell. And so then we both beat him, like, easily. I pinned him. I think he pinned him or teched him. And we're like, we just beat, like, And we found out he was like a Swedish national rowing champion. And this was his first wrestling tournament. We hung on to that for a while. Oh, yeah, we beat the Swedish national champion.
That's like Michael Scott when he thinks he beats the mob.
Yeah, exactly. It's just he was just actually an insurance salesman. Right. That's exactly what it was. That's literally exactly what it was. You just stood down
the mob.
Yeah.
What?
That's literally what it was. We were so proud. But I mean, that's what we were told. And like, I was like, this is it. I'm going to get it. And the dude took a shot. I whizzed, just halved over the top, pinned him. And I was like, I just beat a national champion. And, later that day.
Got the tattoo and...
That's it. Sweden with an X through it. Turns out
super aggressive.
He's just rowing
the Swedes across my neck.
Turns out he's just a rower. Crew. The guy's a crew member.
Those guys are usually jacked though, huh?
He was jacked. I mean,
yeah,
so
I know,
imagine
those guys are usually.
So he looked the part.
The physique on those gentlemen.
Yeah, he looked the part for sure. 100%. He looked the part. Here we go. DraftKings Rainmakers UFC contests are so much fun. I use you guys as a premium member to win against all the other DK guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Premium members, WeWantPicks.com. It's only $10 a month. And Christopher, I don't know if you're using our new cheat sheets, but the cheat sheets have, especially if you're doing large tournaments, it has ownership, leverage. Leverage is very valuable when you're doing those large tournament lineups, because leverage is where you can see, using the calculation behind the scenes, you just see the number. Leverage is what you can use to say, all right, this is what will separate me from the pack. We do think this person wins. There's the probability on there, and they're going to be lowly owned, and they're affordable, and then that's the leverage number. So hopefully you're using those cheat sheets because they're very helpful for large tournaments. Vicious, are you back? You good? Your internet's working. God
Vicious from where, Angelo? Did you?
Vicious from Chicago. Are you there? I see the internet going in and out again. We'll just leave him here while he figures it out. I see him touching buttons.
I think East Side too. He said close to Gary. Gary, Indiana, where Michael Jackson's from. I think we had that discussion before. I
didn't know he was from there. I knew Gary, Indiana.
That's where he grew up.
That's where on Park and Rec. That's where what's his name gets his vacation home.
No.
Yes.
No, it's Muncie.
Oh, okay.
Because Muncie is like that's another town. in
Hey,
Indiana.
how are you?
Oh, cool.
You got it going.
What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
How's it going?
It's great. Camera on. Good for you.
Yes, sir.
Good for you. Appreciate the call-in. This is your 4th call-in show, I think.
Perfect attendance, I think. I think it's perfect attendance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you a shirt. No, legit, actually, I will send you a shirt. Email.
No, it's got to be a certificate. It's got to be the actual perfect attendance
cool.
certificate that we all got. He can frame
We'll send
it.
you something. info@wewantpicks.com. Email me your address. We'll send you something. I appreciate the support. Because this, calling into the brand new call-in show, putting yourself out there, letting people hear your voice, now see your face, takes some bravery. I legit will send you something. Just email that address, your address.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just show up. Maybe he'll just send me.
No.
I'll send the info.
All right, there you go. What's going on?
Nothing fresh. Off a day of work. I was talking to some buddies about the same shit you guys are talking about. Jones and Gane.
It's tricky, right? Are you worried about the layoff? What do you think happens in that fight?
I believe that the simple factor of who wants it more. And these fighters, normally it would cancel out. Let me see if I don't have to do the AirPods.
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Oh my
I
God,
can't.
it's
We
muted.
can't. Yeah, we can't hear you. It needs the AirPods, apparently. Nope. If you go on the screen, you should be able to pick what your microphone is and your camera. So in the microphone, you can just say iPhone or whatever. Well, he was talking about, while you figure that out, he was talking about the Jones-Gane fight again. I don't know what to do, man. I know Jones was plus money at one point, and I loved it.
Isn't that kind of crazy that he was even, and I know that Cyril Gane is who he is and stuff, but I can't believe that John Jones even opened up as a dog versus like anyone.
I do get
Literally.
it. It's the layoff, though.
I know, but it's
the
still
layoff is
John Jones.
You
think that the odds makers would have the respect at least to, and maybe they were just like trying to bait people into, I don't know.
Let's see. You back?
Yo.
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what is going on, but usually when I talk about that aspect of a fighter, like when we're like, for example, Jimmy Flick, you know what I'm saying, Charles Johnson. The only way you wanted that bet is if you thought Flick wanted it more. He didn't want shit. He wanted to die in there. He's not ready. He even said I wasn't ready. So this fight is hard because Cyril, no more Ngannou. You gotta have that fire in your belly. Like, this is mine. I have it. You know, he's got to have some type of thought process that this should be my moment to get this. And if he does, he should do it. But Jones, on the other hand, GOAT, been there, done that. You know what I mean? Can just come in and kind of, keep, quote unquote, snatch a belt real quick.
Imagine if John Jones like didn't even try to take down, just stood with him and beat Cyril Gane in a striking match. Not even just knocked him out, but just beat him, just like literally just beat the shit out of him. Could you imagine?
I think
it's not that crazy.
Better IQ than that. Then I don't think he would. Like if it was, let's say round one was just an onslaught of just volume or not having a lot of volume, just getting picked apart, on the hands. I don't think Cyril's just gonna stand there and take that. I think he's gonna figure out some way to either get around, move around, roll, bob, weave, whatever he's got to do to not get hit continuously. I don't think he's just gonna be. Again, I use Korean Zombie example, just being the human punching bag like he was to Volk. He's not gonna just sit there and take it.
Holy
to
shit.
show his toughness. Same thing with Glover, you know what I mean, with the Jamal Hill thing. I mean, they should have stopped that fight.
I know. The craziest part of that Volk one, I forgot about the Volk when they came out of whatever round it was. He was like, you sure want to do this, man? Like, you sure you want to do this? He's like, all right, here we go. And then immediately just like, bah, just start beating the shit out of him again. So, all right, you
Just
asked
felt
for it.
bad for him. Felt bad for him. I love that fight. I love that the UFC put it together. I feel bad for. Well, I don't necessarily feel bad for Francis Ngannou because he chose to leave. Right? They didn't cut him, and apparently they offered him the most amount of money they've ever offered any heavyweight. But that's a big fu. That's like a giant. Look how quickly the division moved on. And he doesn't necessarily deserve that. You know what I mean? It's not like it was like some shitty interim belt or new belt with Cyril Gane and Curtis Blades. Curtis has earned it, but you know what I mean? Like, this is actually a giant mega fight that will do more pay-per-view buys than whatever Francis Ngannou's next fight was going to be. Yeah, and I almost feel bad for him. Because it's like...
Because the common denominator everybody was saying was the money. But, I mean...
He turned down the biggest deal anybody's ever been offered. So, you can't say it's about the money at that point.
Exactly. So, I don't know. Then back to the Aljo thing. I think it's Funky Town for a while, man. I can't see nobody taking that from him. That's his. He's got a lock around that belt.
I think that's what's funny about that take is Jacob is the actual Aljamain Sterling fan. I am not.
He's made me a fan. I was not a fan in the beginning. I didn't like his. I got misperceived by his personality as around the second Jan fight, and I was like, when I watched that the first one, and then I was like, okay, and then I watched him fight again, and he fought TJ, which I don't think even if TJ's had my shoulder, which mine was healthy, his wasn't. You know what I mean? I don't think he would. He'd have been able to do anything with him anyway. Aljo's big, like we continue to talk about the division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, dude, he's a Jansen backpack. Like he's backpacking the best, the worst. Your best night, worst night, you're getting fucked up by Aljo. Funky Town.
He's a big dude, I agree. Like physically he's big, but when he fights, I don't see strength when he fights. Like, yeah, he's big and he's tall and he looks the part, but I don't see him using strength. Like even like in the first Jan fight, and even later on in that Jan fight when he couldn't get takedowns. Jan's a smaller type of dude, and we saw somebody like Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is a little tank. He's strong as shit, and you saw that against Neil Magny. He just picks him up and slams him down. You never see Aljo just kind of overpowering people. He has to have technique behind everything he does, and I think he struggles against a guy who's so well versed like Cejudo.
Yeah, because I gotta watch the TJ fight back, but obviously, that's not going to be my most credible point on this. But like when he got TJ, you know what I'm saying? That was a ground and pound win, wasn't it?
I think that was like a TKO type thing.
Yeah, he beat him up on the ground. Yeah,
I see him. That's I think he enjoys releasing more power. I don't know why. It's just you're not on your feet. You're not able to put all your power. But maybe that's what he's enjoying because. Just looks so comfortable there. You know what I mean? Just hooking the shots in. You know what I mean?
No, if there's ever a point where he gets on Cejudo's back, I agree. I mean, that's exactly how he wins that fight. I just don't think he's ever able to really get there. But yeah, if he gets to those positions, that body triangle locks that in. I mean, that's bad news for Cejudo. Like you said, dangerous with the submissions, but also just posture up because he has so much control with that triangle, with his hips and his weight and everything that he can just posture up and tee off too. So.
I disagree with the comment about Jan beating him 8 out of 10 times because we're talking about them fighting 10 times. Let's just again. I think I asked this before. What you guys' thoughts on this? Jan, he's supposed to be this talented individual. No slight against him. I think he is talented, but he's supposed to be this talented individual. He's supposed to be stronger than most people that he fights physically. Why the hell did he let pink hair beat him? And I love O'Malley. I love his personality. I smoke weed. I love everything about O'Malley and his his loud and proud personality. You know what I mean? Like I'd be one of those fans in the crowd with wearing the pink curly wig supporting him if I went to one of his fights. However, Jan, why if he's such great talent and now he's about to fight this dude that no one's last name Tbilisi, you know what I mean? If Merab gets him out of there, who is he? You know what I mean? Like he's just talking smack, like, I'm gonna leave because of the judging, or I'm gonna leave because of this. Which I agree.
He's gonna get beat by Merab too. I mean, Merab's gonna be nonstop wrestling, and he's gonna get beat by him too. And then I don't know what's gonna happen.
If you're good and you have talent, dominate. So I don't
Yeah.
understand why there was no dominance in his fight with O'Malley. There was no dominance there. He had his moments, but he let O'Malley have his. So, I don't see him as a dominant player beating Aljo 8 out of 10 times. They fight. I think Aljo maybe wins 6.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? Just giving Riyadh some respect. But Aljo, right now, we ain't worried about that. It's Funky Town. That's what I think. That's really one of the only divisions that I was super confident when you guys were a few weeks ago talking about like futures.
Oh, the weakest division. Yeah. And
honestly, Aljo's kind of earned this win, like with nothing weird happening, a signature win because that first Jan fight was so weird, and then the second one was a close one as well, and then the TJ's got the injury as well. It almost feels like Aljo is almost earned and due for that signature win to really solidify him as a champion. If he came in and just steamrolls Cejudo, it's like, holy shit, yeah, this guy is the fucking truth. But then unfortunately he has to go to 145 because Merab's probably going to beat Jan, and then Merab's up for a title shot, and they're not going to fight each other, so Aljo's going to have to leave.
Yeah, and that's very respectful of him. Like I said, I have nothing against nobody in that division. I just think when I brought that as being like kind of the division, it's kind of like how I feel like basketball. Like Joker, you know what I mean? He's dominant, and I realize that his height and his talent is very, very great, but no one wants to really challenge him unless you are a Embiid or a Davis, not just because of their height. It doesn't mean a shorter man can't defend him, and
I'd shut him down. Just so I'd shut him down. Pretty.
You know how I feel about that. So the same thing. So why does everybody hate on Aljo? Which now that's what's made me a fan.
Right.
Somebody take it from him. That's
right.
why I think there's a lock around his belt, because no one's coming in that ring, getting him to make it a stand-up fight, or at least being able to make the takedown defense to make sure that he's not on your waist, not looking for a body lock, not looking to just turn your body around, not looking to get you against the cage. If you're a dominant fighter and you know what this man's doing, if he's so weak as everybody made me feel when I wasn't a fan of him, somebody stop him. Somebody put in the comment right now if they just slid. So even one of the newcomers, like Rojas Jr., you know what I mean? I love the kid. I can't wait till Aljo moves out the way, because that's who I want to watch go all the way to the top. That kid's crazy. I mean, he's
as long as they don't rush him. I'm worried that they're rushing him. Because there's only so many lower ranked fighters that he can beat before they have to give him a tough, you know what I mean? And he's like literally not even a fully developed man yet. So if they rush him, or if he gets hit a little too hard, a little too early, his chin will never recover. The comparison I made last time I said this was who's that nasty Bellator kid? Oh shit. Great boxer, great wrestler, all the things, and was getting knocked out too early.
Anthony Pettis?
No. Shit, I forget his name.
I don't know. I think I know you're talking about, because you guys may have talked about before. But again, to the comments, when I wasn't an Aljo fan, I would talk about
Pico.
The stains. The stains.
Aaron Pico.
Yeah, there you go. The stains that are on his his record, or the stains that are the reasons why people don't like him. Stop hating him. You know what I'm saying? I think even while we continue to hate, he continued to get better. It's not like he has all these, like everybody puts that no contest, when he won the belt the first time. Like, okay, he's won every fight by acting, or every fight by no contest, or he's beating people now. He's doing it.
Well, and in fairness, like there's an asterisk next to every one of his wins. I actually fall in that category, but
Angela hates Aljo.
I don't hate Aljo because that first one with the whole performance of the knee, that was bullshit. But he did go out there and did fight a second time, and whether you agree with the decision or not, that wasn't Aljo's fault. He's not a judge. So you can't hate on Aljo if you think he got a gift decision.
Exactly.
And then he went out there, and it's not Aljo's fault that TJ Dillashaw's shoulder's a mess. That's not his fault either.
True.
He went out there and he beat his ass.
Yeah, I'm very excited to TJ, because it's like, I know, the pressure was on you to come back out here and be a clean fighter, as far as, that controversy. And, I don't have opinion on that, because at that point in time when he was on his rise, I wasn't superly heavy into UFC like I am now. But I agree. You know what I'm saying? So if we hate Aljo, and we want to, if you want to call me teeter-totter and on the idea, If he smokes Cejudo, then everybody, I want you to just get a belt from a store on UFC stores.
Well, that's the
buy a
fifth.
master lock.
Yeah.
Buy a master lock, attach it to it, and then remind yourself that I told you that this man is funky town until he moves around into another division.
Well, and what's funny is if he loses, and I'm not an Aljo fan. I'm not a fan.
I wasn't at first. I think he has the talent. I think he has the real talent.
But if he beats I'm not a fan, but I fully recognize that he's like in like a lose-lose situation. If he beats Henry Cejudo,
he's the man.
That's just another, but it's also just another asterisk. The dude's been gone for 2 years. He's a 125 pounder. And it's just the same. And so he almost can't win. You know what I mean? And then, so I feel bad in that regard, but I'm not a giant fan of his at all. Also, I mean, are you going to replace the battery in that smoke detector? Is that are you going to do that?
I do. Yeah, no.
I'm not going to do that.
When you go to Walgreens, and I just went to Walgreens, got everything. I need this, I need that, and the size D battery that's fucking obsolete to my life did not get replaced.
It's no.
I got one that works. So if the house burns,
well, no. As long as the fire starts in the bathroom on the second floor, we're good. We're good. No.
Down here in Missouri, they got flat, so we're good.
Yeah. Did you? Do you have TikTok?
Yeah.
Did you see that viral, 25 million view TikTok of that white kid sitting there saying, white kid doing homework, and he's just sitting there, nothing's happening. And then it says, black kid doing homework, and he's sitting there, nothing's happening, but then you hear the fire alarm chirp.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's bro.
Those are the vibes I got right now talking to you, hearing the chirp.
That's just amazing. I work at a call center where I sell car warranties. I was talking to somebody today. I couldn't tell if they were orange, pink, yellow, blue, but that fire alarm was going off in that back. I'm right there with you.
Literally every time I hear it, that's the only thing I can picture is that TikTok. I don't care where I hear it. As soon as I hear the chirp, it's like it's that. It literally did.
It's a funnier one than that. It's a one where I think
it's so stupid. It's not even based in anything. It's just so dumb and so funny because it's so dumb.
I think it's like a kid walking in his room or whatever, and he's got carpet or whatever. Then the thing goes off, and it's it switches for a 1/10 of a second on a basketball court stage. Yeah,
exactly. No, that's the one thing. Anytime I hear it, because my cousin. I'm a big phone guy. I go for walks. I call everybody I know. And my cousin, every time I talk to him, it's the same thing. I hear the chirp. I'm like, dude, and he's a police sergeant. And I'm like, dude, change the fucking, what are you doing?
Nobody's thinking about.
He's like, I don't have time for it. I don't even hear it anymore. It's like, dude, I hear it. He's like, I don't hear it anymore. It's he's been doing this for 8 months. And what's crazy about that stupid, it'll literally beep for 8-9 months. The beep is, hey, the battery's dying. But you had 9 months worth of battery to beep at me to tell me that you're dying.
Yeah.
Can't be that close to death.
Yeah.
Not as close as I was.
Yeah, Jacob, we're glad that you had a speedy recovery, sir.
Thank you. Be careful.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hear that tone.
Yeah, nobody feels bad for you, Jacob.
Man, second thing, oddly enough, I didn't go to the Imavov thing like I thought I was, Jacob, but I think, actually not I think, I'm almost positive, me, the missus, and our kid, we're going to be in Vegas while Volk's fighting and during Super Bowl weekend, so.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's going to be
damn. On purpose?
You know what I asked?
Not on purpose for vacation purposes and well-needed R&R, but not on purpose the fact of the Super Bowl. I'm happy that I'm going to be there during.
Yeah, that's huge.
Even though that's not going to be there because it'd just be a nice vibe to bet on it there while I'm there.
Well, there's sports books and it's fight town.
A few years ago we asked dealers and stuff what the busiest time was for Vegas. Do you know what they said? And I don't know if it's still the same, but this is what they said a few years ago. Do you guess what do you think the busiest weekend is for Vegas?
Honestly, So I've been there 3 times now. One time I went on accident. I'm always in Vegas on accident for something. EDC?
That
Are you
sounds like a good
kidding me?
excuse. Yeah, me too. You know what I mean? Yeah, me too. I don't know how I got here. I'm just just here all of a sudden.
Electronic dance concert, which I've
EDC.
actually wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to attend it at one point because there was.
Angelo has no idea what you just said.
House
He's
music,
like electronic.
I love how you don't have to tell me, man. I blast Timmy trumpet. I got 2 little
You
daughters.
talking about Billy Joel?
I got 2 daughters, and they'll like, let's get some Timmy trumpet, and we're just like, boom, the freaks on the floor. What's up, guys? I get very excited.
Yeah, I didn't want to attend it that year, but I was there. We were there literally during that. Then a marathon or like a cycling contest. The first time we went was packed because of that. Like you see all the little numbers.
It's something
on
that
the
you
chest,
probably, it's
on the
something that you
ground.
wouldn't expect. So it's kind of something like that, but you wouldn't expect it.
I would assume March Madness, but I guess not.
No.
Oh,
March Madness is the #1 vasectomy weekend.
Right.
All these men get vasectomies and then sit on the couch the whole weekend watching March Madness.
Thursday, Friday. We get Thursday and Friday off to watch the. Yeah. Could you? I can't believe, and I'll answer my own question here in a second, but I can't believe that we used to watch March Madness all on one channel. We would have to wait for them to like break into the games to watch the other games and stuff. Because now you can watch every game no matter what you want. But before it was like CBS was it, and you got a regional game, and if a game was close, they would cut back and forth. I can't believe we put up with that shit. That's crazy to me. Angela, do you have a guess for busiest Vegas weekend?
It was March Madness, so I guess I'm wrong.
Valentine's Day weekend?
I think it's around that time, but it was, and I don't know if it's still the same, but everyone's answer was always when the NASCAR race was in town. There was there was always a NASCAR, Vegas, whatever, and all the dealers said that is 100% the busiest weekend.
Because that stadium, what is a NASCAR stadium?
I don't know. Just the people brings in, I guess.
It's like way north of the strip. I mean, they have, I don't know. I can see it.
That's the people that they bring in. I mean, NASCAR people was like, let's go to the casino, man. Like, oh, yeah, let's gamble. That's how I picture it anyway.
I'm trying to, like, actually get my passport together because you guys know me. I want to see.
So you can accidentally go to a different country?
Yeah,
no, so I can purposely watch Leon rock the fuck out of Usman.
Oh my god, that would be incredible. Holy shit.
Oh my god, the O2? You kidding me? I would go nuts.
God, he's gonna destroy him too. I'm so glad that you know that as well. I'm trying to let people know. I'm trying to let nobody wants to listen. Nobody wanted to listen the first time, and they don't want to listen again. I don't get it.
The altitude thing, the corner speech. There is no corner speech out here. The first round.
Oh, it's not. Yeah, we're not gonna see the corner.
Yeah, like
we're not
going
to
to
see the fucking corner.
Go out here and kill him. All right, cool. I'm on it. And he's going to step in the phone booth and come out.
Oh, my God. It's going to be so bad. The first takedown attempt, Leon's going to be like, get the fuck off of me.
It's actually better. I think Usman probably wins, but it is better for the division.
God.
And I see you 5th round. Just hang out there for a second. I think 5th round is back to shit on you, Jacob. But I actually think it's better for the division if Leon wins. Fresh blood is always better for the plot lines. Better for the Usman beat everybody. After what's he gonna do? If he beats the crap out of Leon, and it's like without a doubt he beats the shit out of him, then what? Who's next at 170?
That's how I feel about the Aljo thing. That's how I feel about the Aljo thing. Like if he beats Cejudo, which is supposed to be a GOAT, and he retains the belt, then you know what I'm saying? He slipped on a banana peel into his belt again. Like no, he's the truth.
You know what's funny is he could win that fight, and let's say Merab wins, and then he goes to 145 so Merab can get a title shot. They could do, after they did Volk and Islam, they could do Volk and Aljo for the 145 title.
Volk smokes Aljo.
I think
his takedowns are not that good. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out a lot about Volk's takedown defense.
I think Aljo has a better shot versus Volk than he does against Cejudo.
I want to believe that, if I close my eyes real hard and I sip a drink real good, that that Volk could go out there and keep it a standing matchup and beat the piss out of Islam.
Nobody wants to listen to that either. I don't think he's going to win. I think it's competitive, though. I think it's competitive.
Yeah.
We as fans of this sport, we need Islam to win.
Everybody in the comments saying that Volk will retire Aljo. Now you have my opinion. Yes, I agree with you.
Volk really?
Yes, Volkanovski. I do, bro. I just felt like I was there, even though I wasn't. Like, bro, he doesn't have like what people want to call one punch knockout power, but I don't think he exerts himself that much. I don't think he has to. The precision is just so good, and
He is such a clean boxer for sure.
He's very clean.
Very, very clean.
What's your guys' take on? So is Pereira? You know what I'm saying? Who's he fighting next? Izzy again, and then if he starches Izzy again, I don't want it to happen. I don't think he does.
I can't believe that they passed up the opportunity for him to fight Jamal Hill, get Glover's revenge. Jiri's out. I mean, it would be incredible. Even if Alex wins, now you have Alex.
Well, but this was keep in mind they announced this like the next day, meaning it was fully worked before.
Yeah, but
Glover said that. Yeah.
Yeah. They created a lot of suspicion in the ring.
And they need Izzy to be champ. They want Izzy to be champ, so they're giving him a run back. And he earned it. He earned it. The greatest 185 pounder of all time.
Does Izzy just start fighting contenders again? Or you think he just
he ends up being Robert Whittaker if Izzy loses.
I know.
No, I don't think he accepts that. I don't think he accepts that role. I think if he gets starched by this guy again, I'm not saying he's going to retire. But I think he hangs it up.
I think he hangs it up. He's not going to go fight contenders again. Maybe he fights Whittaker again just to see.
I don't want to see Vittori. I don't want to see Bobby Knuckles.
Yeah, he's just going to have to fight everyone he already beat.
Literally everyone. He beat literally everyone. That division.
Except for, here we go. Here's the fight to make. This is the fight to make. Let's say Izzy goes out, loses to Alex. All of a sudden, he needs another top 185 contender to fight with. The person he said, I want to fight this guy before my career is over. He's one of the best strikers in the UFC history. Darren Till. You put Izzy versus Darren Till.
Shit. I knew it was going to be Darren Till or that fucking...
He said he wants to fight him. That's the perfect fight to make. And then when Darren wins, now it's Darren gets his title shot versus Alex.
What a joke. What a joke.
Disgusting.
Poor dude fighting.
You're not
Darren
with
Till.
me, Vicious?
I'll fight Darren Till. I'll fight.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
Duplessis made him look like a girl.
With wrestling, Darren Till has the worst wrestling takedown defense.
You mean when Darren Till was a minus 140 favorite going into the third round? Come on.
Can we agree? We watched that together. Jacob, we watched that together. Can we agree Darren Till has the worst takedown defense we've ever seen, ever?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything with you sitting on my lap.
You say such weird fucking shit, dude.
It's
getting out of control. It's getting out of control.
Reverse
cowgirl. The point that I
cowgirl.
was trying to bring up with Alex is that he beats Izzy, then they serve him someone else, or he moves over to Jamal Hill's lane. I think after that second win, so if he wins 2 more in a row, so Izzy plus 1 more, he's going to be hard to book. No one's going to want to fight him.
I agree. If he beats Izzy, I mean,
that's a lock
for the sport. This is another weird spot where, as fans, if we should almost be rooting for Alex Pereira to win, because that's we got 3 years worth of matchups we've never seen before. If Izzy wins, there's no new contenders at 85. Literally none. Drekus.
I just named one.
Drekus is only a contender if he beats
Derek Brunson.
If he loses to Derek Brunson,
I think Hatsby. That's 100% correct. Bobby Knuckles is the greatest, the most complete fighter in the UFC. And beat Izzy last time, and he's the people's champ.
I think he beat Izzy. I think he won that last fight, but is what it is.
I like Izzy too.
He just called us Izzy Simps when we both just said that Bobby won the second fight.
Great Hatsby's top 5 worst commenters He's the new Sean V, and he's gonna end up getting kicked out. He's awful.
It might be EO.
The guy sucks. He sucks.
I'm not so much as a simp for Izzy as I am for Charles. I really like if I got to meet Charles, I'd be telling him like, dude, just go out here and hammer him, bro. Fucking stop waiting for them to hit you and then you show them how tough you are. Go kill somebody, please.
Charles Jourdain?
No, Oliveira. That's my favorite UFC fighter. Period.
The problem with here's the problem with Charles Oliveira. I think he hit that incredible streak where he was just getting it done. I don't know if he wins. I don't know if he wins another fight.
I think he's the definition of Jake's definition of dog. Put it that way. That's how much I like Charles. When you look at dog in the dictionary, you're gonna see Charles Oliveira with the fucking big shades on like this, doing the number one, holding the belt like this ain't nothing, baby. It's all me.
I do.
First of all, this dude. Am I crazy for thinking that Rob beat Izzy in the third fight there, or the second, whichever one it was?
Second fight. Yeah, I thought he won.
I gotta watch it back.
It's close. I mean, I'm not gonna argue if somebody was like, "Oh, Izzy won." It's like, I mean, he might have, but it was definitely close.
Yeah, he's making it like
he got the takedowns he needed to win rounds. I thought
that comment implies that it was an absolute beating, and I'm an idiot. It's like, no, that was an incredibly close fight that a lot of people think Rob won.
Kunith in the chat talking about Bo Nichols enters the chat. Fuck with you, Boone. Hey, while Kunith is in here, and while I got you two,
where is that motherfucker?
Wait, Kunith is in here?
I don't see his comment. Oh, here, Kunith. Yeah. I'll text you the link so you and Jacob can have a nice conversation.
Where the fuck is his comment at?
It's actually up. I somehow missed it too. Bo Nichols enters the chat.
Oh, I see it now.
Jacob, you know what's crazy?
How do I time this guy out?
Bo Nichols is from up the street from us. Did you know that, Jakey boy?
Really? That's lit.
Allen, Texas.
Let's have you and him wrestle. You could be his little training partner.
They're known for their football, but they also produce Bo Nickel and a few other national wrestling champions. People are shitting on you like they did.
Oh my God, they did. They were up like 13 or something in the fourth quarter. LeBron beat them.
No, these next two games, if you like, I don't know, if you were, what's the dude that bet all heavy on the baseball, old man Mac? If you got Mac money, you know what I mean. These next two games, you put the whole bankroll, the house, the car, the juice you're drinking. Yeah, just put it on the Lakers for the next two games. If you got it like that,
it might be the next three. How many did he have tonight?
I don't know, but
let's see. I'll check it here in a second. He only had. He had 26 tonight, just short of the 89 he needed.
They're going to win
89?
The game, they're going to win.
Let's do some math here. 89 minus 26 is 63. So he needs 63 more points.
Why the fuck are you saying 60?
He can get that in 2 games, but I don't know if he will. Because Anthony Davis is back and playing well. It sounded like Anthony Davis played really well tonight. So I bet he does it in 3 games. What's the third game? Is that the Bucks game? I don't think he does it in 2. I think he does it in third game. Because I think the Bucks game is
why would it be in 3? He needs 89. He can do.
No, he needs 63. That's a 31 average.
Oh, because this game's
back.
Over.
Yeah, gotcha. With AD back, he's not scoring quite as much. I think he does it in 3 games.
He'll save it for a home game.
I think the third game is against the Bucks on national TV, but I could be wrong on that.
He'll legit save it for a home game. Which one is a home game?
The Bucks is the and it is a national TV. I think. Well, I think most of them are going to be on TV anyway at this point.
But
take it there. It is a home game versus the Bucks in 3 games at Crypto.com Arena.
Yeah, that's when he's going to do it.
Not the Staples Center, unfortunately.
Why is it a home game, not at the Staples Center? Oh, they renamed it.
They renamed it. It was
I'm not a big basketball guy.
That's one of the last original ones. Just like, they renamed MSG.
Yeah, they did.
They're naming it the stupid fucking arena.
They're naming it the greedy bastard center.
I'm a Pacers fan, so I fucking hate the Knicks.
Did I tell you guys about my two, the Izzy, after leaving the fight, like, the fans were dismal. It was like either you were screaming at the top of the lungs because you made all your money like me. You were either a huge Alex Pereira fan. It was like, I told you. And then there was a dude that legitimately walked out of there, was screaming I'm talking about the top of his lungs. That shit was some bullshit. I want my money back. Like, I was so dead.
That's so funny. Yeah, that is funny.
I was crying. I'm like, there's no way you want your money back after a fight card like that. You saw, 11 finishes, and you saw a belt change. Relax. You'll be okay.
This space, talking about fights and all that, everybody who has an opinion on fights is 100% certain. 100% certain, and there's no other world that exists, and that's what's brutal about the comment section.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Who, you?
No.
100%
reasonable.
certainty of pronouncing every fucking letter.
Thank you for watching the videos, by the way. I don't watch yours, but I don't know what I was going to say. Sorry.
Great.
DraftKings lineups. This guy's.
Is that fifth guy still waiting?
Oh, if it's waiting.
No, he bailed. He's already joined the show tonight.
Not to get rid of you, but I was like, if he's still waiting, it has been a while. But
and
he was on earlier. He was on earlier. So
I'm sure he'll call
go
back
fuck
in
himself.
when he
we don't
sees
give a
it.
shit about him. We don't give a shit about him. To be honest with you, I'd much rather have you in here.
What's going to happen? This is what's going to happen. Vicious from Chicago. These call-in shows they're gonna blow up. I'm 100% positive. Jacob's a hater. Fuck that guy, right?
Halliburton has 26-12.
I'm 100% positive that we're gonna end up building queues. This could be like dude. You know how long people would wait to talk to the fucking GOAT radio host? They would sit there for literally 2.5 hours
your
to
obsession
maybe.
with that guy is borderline a little.
Oh,
bit
I only post it because I think it's funny.
Well, it's a little bit creepy.
Grow up.
Every other TikTok you send me is of that guy. And the funny part about that was that I sent to you is he retired from radio, but then he's doing his podcast thing. But guess who was on TV? Now he's like trying to do a little TV spots here and there because he realizes that radio is a dead market.
Well, this is a perfect combination of TV and radio, isn't it? Anyway, Kunith's not joining. Kunith is a full-blown dork. If you're still watching, you heard me say
What did he say?
Full-blown
He's scared of me? Is that what he said?
I texted him the link. He said, maybe next time, and I called him a dork. And then he ha-ha'd it.
Yeah, he's scared of me for sure.
He's 100%. I'd be afraid. Listen,
I don't blame him.
You're a wild card.
I don't have any mirrors in my apartment because if I look at it, I get terrified of myself.
I would be. That fucking scar just across your whole face like that.
No, I'm a very intimidating figure. Yeah.
Guys. The reason why Kunith sparked my interest of him being here is because his technique on the DraftKings thing, which is, I guess, all of our technique, but just a little bit more sharper on the reason why he does it.
All right, well, I'm kicking you off. Hold on, let me find the kickoff button.
Brother,
I'm just kidding.
Look, we here to make money.
I'm about to throw up.
And I realized that, like, what he did and what he was talking about, I think the sauce that he gives on the idea of just like, all right, this spot has to be fulfilled for something here for a reason. Like the rankings that you guys are doing, the same thing he's doing. It's just, I think that, sometimes your brain, your light bulb or your smoke detector goes off when a certain way is being said to you. You know what I mean? So I just think the delivery in one of his videos that I watched, I really liked it, and I appreciate that. It opened my eyes because the only 2 times I've ever been close to big pot winning, like I'm taking it all.
If you fucking shout that motherfucker out right now at the end of this sentence.
No, I'm not.
No, you're good.
No.
Just say he who should not be named. Let's do the Harry Potter Voldemort thing. He should not be named. Right? That's what I'm comfortable with. That's my pronouns for Kunith.
The 2 fight cards that I could have had an opportunity if I just had changed one person to save money and then filled it with another spot where there was a finish or higher scoring was the Diaz card, the most recent one. I was at a buddy's house. I won like $1,000, you know what I mean, on just DraftKings, and then Sportsbook, I killed it. But I mean, if I didn't take the risk on Ferguson, which I just did it it happened to be one of my optimal lineups where everything else was great, and I had saved more money and didn't grab I forget who it was, I'd have been rolling in the bag, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, now that we've talked about he did not be named and how it turned on the light bulb for me, with our DraftKings rankings on WeWantPicks.com for $10.
There it is. My man Pots and
There we
Pans.
go.
My man Pots and
Bring it
Pans.
home for the squad.
How many of these fights are we going to treat like the 8,000, 8,200 spot? Because like last week, on the money, he who not be named, both, it was the 8,000, 8,200 spot last week was Terrence McKinney and Bonfim. That was a spot where you had to have somebody, and unfortunately,
what side was he on?
I think he was on the McKinney side. Like
okay,
he said,
I think we've gotten to the bottom of this.
He said this is the McKinney's the pick. However, I'm sure someone out there that may have uses all of the smart take.
Let me ask you something, Vicious from Chicago.
Oh,
What did Kunith say when I said Gregory Rodriguez was going to lose? What did he say? I'm trying to remember. It's hard for me right now. What you might remember? What did he say? What did he say?
Oh, he's confirming now that he was on the bomb team. Maybe I stand corrected.
Yeah, I bet he fucking was.
Yeah,
what about the Gregory Rodriguez fight?
Me too, Kunith, huh?
Where was he on that Gregory Rodriguez fight? I'm trying to remember. Where was he on that Gregory Rodriguez fight? It's hard for me.
He was saying RoboCop at 9,100.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
I think he still scored 40 points, honestly.
I thought he said it was like a guarantee or something weird like that.
Damn, I've never seen a caller just get up and leave. I mean, he's like the host of the show now. I'll be right back. All right.
Oh, no, I'm just rinsing something.
No, I get it.
Yeah, I'd rinse my mouth out too if I was
Kunith in the other room.
Yeah,
Kunith started calling him, like sending him texts like, "What the fuck?" I was getting screamed at by Kunith.
I feel bad for Kunith because Kunith might have actually picked Bonfim, but I don't give a fuck. We know. I'm gonna bury him. But he definitely picked Gregory Rodriguez, and it's something about like get out a second mortgage, like spend every penny you have on Gregory Rodriguez.
I mean, the whole channel was like, "Hey, Gregory, I'm not sure." You know, we were both on that.
No, I like Kunith, which is why he was on the show last week. Kunith and this space is weird. I don't know how much time you spend in this space or if you have Twitter or whatever. The space is weird. The space has decided they don't like Angelo. And fine. I get it. I talk fast. I'm aggressive.
Someone just said they did meth with you in Miami. I didn't know you were still doing meth.
That's why I have the fake teeth.
Good connection. Good callback.
Out of the two of us, Angelo from uppity
Let's take
Connecticut.
A poll. Who do you think would do that, me or Angelo?
Fucking Indiana Jacob.
Yeah.
Or skinny Indiana Jacob. Let's skinny Indiana Jacob or chubby Angelo from Connecticut. Which one did meth? I think that settled that. I don't think meth.
The way you asked that is like one of us definitely did do meth. Like which one of us did meth? Like one of us definitely did meth.
Neither was an option. Yeah, yeah. Neither one of them was an option. It's got to be one. There's not a C. Neither. It's A or B. but anyway, the in this capper.
You can show your chip.
I hate when you do these you say stupid shit, and then once you say it out loud, it's like real because this is the internet.
Well, anyway. That was a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yes. You know what? I've earned my chip.
As a matter of fact, with vivid memory now, not because Kunith is texting me right now. No bullshit. No, he was on first bomb theme. He was saying the other one was the one that you may have to watch out for. So as a matter of fact, I remember that vividly. He said,
well, I'm sure.
First bomb
you know what's going to happen, right?
You off camera.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Change your tune.
You know what's going to happen.
I am now everywhere, man.
I am now going to edit. I'm going to edit a hit piece on Kunith insisting Gregory Rodriguez is the greatest pick of all time, with me being like, "You're out of your mind. I bet on the other dude. That's a bad pick." That is, I'm now officially working on.
Let's do it. Let's bury him.
It took a 180, Kunith.
We're gonna bury
this is what happens, man. I texted Kunith the link. He could have called in. It would have been all fun and games. Kunith, and instead, he called me chubby in the chat. Like I can call myself chubby. You can't use that word. And he used it, and now you're canceled. All the chubbies, you're canceled. Let's cancel Kunith.
I'm down.
Cancel. Yeah, I'm down. In all seriousness, Kunith is. You should follow him. Here, I'm recruiting Kunith. This is what's happening. I'm full transparency, Angelo.
Full transparency is my job is in very much jeopardy because of Kunith. So anything we can do to kind of make sure he doesn't make a little bit more of a meteoric rise than he's already making.
No, full transparency, Angelo. So we're rolling out this new 2.0 version of Premium. Right now, Premium, first of all, greatest $10 anybody could ever spend. But it has my picks and Jacob's picks. My bets, Jacob's bets. And thank God, between the two of us collectively, you're winning money every week. All our DraftKings now, all that shit. We're changing it. or improving it, so it's now Angelo. I have my own dedicated section, all my shit. Jacob, own dedicated section, all his shit. What that does is it opens the door for other creators to come in here and have their own dedicated section. They can now have their own premium. Same exact $10 price point. So somebody like Kunith, my sales pitch to him, as well as a few others in the space, I won't name them, was, hey, create some content for us. Come over here. Your sales pitch is now the Kunith world. Apparently, a Bonfim, greatest pick in the world. The Greg Rodriguez pick was absolute dog shit, but it's fine. His sales pitch is now, hey, you can get all my picks, all my insight, all of my directives, everything from me. And on top of it, you'll get the We Want Picks optimizer, the We Want Picks ownership, the We Want Picks projections, the leverage, the cheat sheets, all that shit, and my insight. It's the exact same $10. That's the sales pitch I gave Kunith. And I don't know if Kunith's going to go for it or not. And it's not, I'm not saying that in like a, I'm not saying that. No, yeah, Great Hatsby. This is my 100% goal. And this is in all seriousness. And you're like I shit on you for like your comments earlier, but fine. In 100% seriousness, We Want Picks Premium, regardless of it's just me and Jacob, or me, Jacob, and 5 or 10 other curated people,
Not
meaning
Kunith.
meaning people that we've established are good at what they do, will always be $10. I'm not touching that price point. The stupid analogy I like to use is that Costco $10 or a $1.50 hot dog and a soda. They literally lose money on it. They're very like they show the books. They're open. We lose money on this $1.50 hot dog and soda, but we're not touching that. We obviously don't lose money on premium because I just had one the other day. It's so good. You know what I hate? You know the
I don't
one
think
thing
I've
that
ever had one of them.
Oh my God.
You know, my
Sam's?
on the
It's
weekends
good.
for a
It's
while,
very good.
my dad was taking my mom, and that was like their Saturday date. They would go and get a hot dog at Costco.
Hey, dude, it's no joke. It's a very good hot. Like it's big. Like I'm trying not to sound. I'm not trying to feed into Jacob's whole narrative.
Here we go.
Here.
Let's
It's
hold on tight.
very
Here.
good.
Here we go.
It's very good.
Describe it, please. I've never had it.
Angela,
Can you describe what it is like in your mouth?
Angela, I'll take over.
Is there anything that compares to it that you've had in your mouth?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Vicious.
It's
Yeah, I
fire.
need more descriptions than that. The girth.
I mean, let's take it back here. You know what I'm saying? Chi-Town kid, you ain't
Are
getting
they-
a better
are they-
hot dog than Portillo's or something like that.
There's a
They
Portillo's
just
that just
they
opened
just-
one up. Right
10
around
minutes
here.
for me. 10 minutes for me
I
and
saw
Jacob. The
that.
line's out the door though, so we gotta
I
wait.
haven't had it yet. I'm a big hot dog guy.
Wait in line. Wait in line.
When I worked through high school during the summer, I worked at a golf course, and I literally had one of those hot dogs on the roller that's been there. I would have one every day for lunch all summer long. Never got tired of them. Love
Dude,
wieners.
all summer long. Jacob moved to Texas a year and a half ago and ate hot dogs for lunch and dinner every day for months. The only reason he stopped is because I was like, dude, this is like embarrassing. You're a grown man. You're eating
No, it's just hard to
way
find-
too many fucking hot
Hard
dogs.
to find buns because there's more hot dogs than there is buns. I don't understand how that ever works out. I don't know why they would never get in unison
First and
and make sure
foremost,
there's enough buns for
the
the
cap.
dogs. Dogs come in like a pack of 12, and there's like 8 buns in each pack. So it's like, what the fuck's going on here? Let's link up,
Stop
guys.
the cap. From what I see on social media, there's like a 5-to-1 women ratio in any part of Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. So don't tell me there's more hot dogs than buns down there.
That is true. That is true. Some of those
sure.
buns are a little.
What? Harry?
Whoa. Whoa.
Anyway,
Angel's
the
gotta be weird, huh?
legit Costco hot dog. That's the analogy I use because they're stuck to that $1.50 price point for like 20 years. They're literally losing money on it, and that's what
No,
that's
it's a tourist attraction.
tourist. You fucking.
You guys should
we're-
wait in that line for Portillo's. I'm I'm in Missouri now. but
Honestly,
me
I might go tomorrow.
and we went up, back home for the weekend for like a family birthday party. I'm talking about as soon as the first Illinois sign, my lady's like, Portillo.
You like the chocolate cake?
Yeah, the chocolate cake.
Is that better
fire.
than hot dogs? Some people like the cake better than hot dogs.
Fuego. I'm not. So this is listen to me. I'm a food guy. Like on my own birthday, I might only have a slice of cake. That's like it's about as sweet as it getting.
You don't got to
know what I mean? I'm not a candy guy. I don't.
I'm with dude. I'm with Vicious for dessert. I'll get an appetizer. I don't need dessert.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me more than
I'll
regular
get
food.
nachos. Ancho said for dessert, I'll get fucking nachos.
I don't need the sugar. I give me more of the salt.
Yeah, a cognac is about as sweet as I'm getting. You know what I mean? That's about it.
No, I hear you, but that's the analogy I used.
Don't they have a chocolate cake cake shake too?
Gas.
That's the best. That's the best one.
Take it.
You went, whoa! You went from I don't like sweet stuff to oh my god, the chocolate cake shake is incredible. You got caught there.
Chicago thing. People don't understand. I tell people everywhere I go, especially when I first moved down here, like I was trying to figure out what good food is and stuff. And even when I went to New York, I told you I passed on the pizza just because it ain't Giordano's, it ain't Lou Malnati's.
That was a mistake.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But
oh
no,
my god,
I'm gonna go again, especially if they book Izzy and Pereira there again. They might as well already have my seat there. I'm not gonna switch the seat. I'm not gonna change what I was drinking last night. I'm gonna watch We Want Picks for $10 a month, and
there you go, my man, pots and pans.
Bet it up, but.
Kunith is kind of destroying you about deep dish. I don't know if you're seeing this. He's kind of turning on you. You kind of propped him up pretty well. Now he's turning on you. I would see that's something I would never do.
We would.
Vicious. No, I would never turn on you like that. The way that Kunith is right now. You built him up. You're promoting his show, and then the first chance he gets to fucking trash you, he takes his fucking shot. Look at that. Deep dish is a scam. Deep dish is butt. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I would never disrespect you like that. Holy shit.
Deep dish. A lot of people understand. Like there's a TikTok thing that goes around or an Instagram video, like dudes watching the reaction of somebody taking a deep dish out the fucking oven. They're like, "Where's the cheese? Like, where's the cheese? Not enough cheese." Like, bro, if you take your favorite meat, whether you like, sausage or pepperoni or whatever.
He started laughing from the kitchen when he said "boss." I'm the immature one.
And
he's giggling from the fucking kitchen. He's probably eating right now.
You go to Giordano's. Matter of fact, honestly, for people that don't like dishes, period, you go to your hometown or your favorite pizza place, and then you go to the Aurelio's right off of Michigan Ave, right when you get to it's right off I want to say 8th Street. It's downtown. It's right when downtown technically starts. Aurelio's thin crust pizza is what I grew up on. They're actually based out of Homewood, Illinois. Shout out Homewood, Illinois. It's a small fucking suburb, and they blew up. Fire thin crust pizza. Cracking. I
just watched Dave Portnoy did a deep dish pizza, and he was like, "This is the best pizza you have, Chicago. Where are you messing around? Give me regular pizza. This is the pizza you have. This is the good pizza." Because it is. And there's different versions of deep dish, right? There's true lasagna pizza deep dish that's in a pan, and then there's deep dish that actually gets cut like a slice. The one he had was
it should
crust,
be it should be
this much
squares,
cheese, right? And then sauce on top.
Oh no, not squares. Squares is the Detroit style. Right.
Yeah,
I like Detroit.
Detroit style is pretty underrated. Not a lot of people know Detroit style, but it's pretty good.
We have a Detroit. Yeah, we have a killer. It's a killer pie. It's Detroit style pizza here in town. It's good. I like it. It's like Sicilian if you're Italian, but way more buttery. It's good.
Yeah.
My fat ass knows pizza.
I know pizza too.
Chris Riley in the queue. Did we lose you, Vicious? No, Chris, give me 1 minute. We'll get you on, Chris.
Yeah, you guys understand. Pizza's fire.
Yeah. When people, that's the thing people need to understand. When you're arguing this pizza, first of all, if anyone says any pizza is shit, I mean, you go fuck yourself.
It's sauce, bread, cheese. How bad could it be?
I mean, every pizza is good. We're just comparing what is better. So if you're saying any pizza is bad pizza, then I mean,
I actually agree with you. And a lot of my neighbors here in Texas will be like, "Oh, you'll probably hate it." It's listen, you can't. Even Domino's is it sucks.
I've never had pizza that was bad pizza.
I used to work there. I hate that.
On the pizza scale, Domino's is absolute shit. But as far as a standalone food, it's sauce, bread, and cheese. It's not that bad. I'll eat the shit out of it and I'll enjoy it. But Vicious, we got Chris Riley calling in. Thank you so much. Email us your address. We'll send you a shirt. True OG. Appreciate the support of this show. Info@WeWantPicks.
Yep, got it.
Thanks so much for hopping on. Genuinely appreciate it. It's been a fun fun hang. Do me a favor. I'll send you. I'm not even gonna tell you. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm gonna send you.
Do me a favor and unsubscribe to Kunith if you don't mind. That would make me feel
That would be helpful. That would be helpful. We want to show him the power we wield.
Right. Yeah.
Guys, remember the name. If he beats you, you're gonna go to get a master lock, buy a UFC belt, and you're gonna lock it against your waist and throw the key in your neighbor's yard.
We'll see what happens. If that fight actually happens after with the bicep and all that bullshit, then 100%.
And then if he Cheeto beats fucking Sandhagen, then he can take the lock off.
Well, we appreciate you, and we'll do a callback if that all works out. So thanks so much for calling in. Appreciate you for all these call-in shows for sure.
Perfect attendance. We appreciate you.
Perfect
Yes,
attendance.
sir.
See ya. That was a perfect. Hey, Chris Riley, how you doing, man?
My God.
Guys, it's been a while. What's up?
Doing well. Real quick intro for the fans here. Chris Riley is like our behind-the-scenes guru here, helping me out. We're always texting.
He's the one that fucks you guys every week.
Chris Riley with the actual.
He's
Chris
the guy.
Riley.
If there was ever anyone to hate, it's not Angelo. It's not me. It's this guy right here. It's the guy you're supposed to hate.
Fuck you, Jacob.
Yeah, there it is. And that's how most of us feel, Chris. No, Chris is legit the most credible person you'll ever see on our live streams for sure.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, no, it's been a while, guys. So yeah, I've been meaning to call in on these, but I just keep missing them. So I don't want to talk UFC. I don't want to talk anything, whatever, Monkey Knife Fight related.
Call in show, whatever the hell you want, man.
I want to talk about tipping. Listen to this. I heard you do your rant the other day on tips.
Oh, dude,
like that.
Subway.
I have 2 examples. No, that top this, man. I had my HVAC cleaned out for my house. They came and they suck up the HVAC.
Yeah.
They wanted a tip for that. Is that something you tip? I wanted your 2 cents on that.
That like service at the house is different, but
Not me.
what did
I tip everything.
Do you mind telling me?
It was $400.
That was the question. Yeah, that was the question. That's why I said what did it cost? If it was $100, if it was $100, maybe throw them 20. $400, and they were there for what? An hour and a half with a vacuum and some duct tape. Yeah, it's a vacuum and duct tape. 2 guys, I'm guessing.
Yeah, 2 guys, and they're
I wouldn't have tipped on top of it.
How did they expect to tip? They literally like, hey, are you gonna?
They had an iPad.
No, they text you. They're like, oh, we're gonna text you the bill, and you can pay Apple Pay, and then obviously
and then there's a tip option on there.
Question, and it's like, how was your service today?
Well, I could see it putting on there, but I definitely wouldn't do it. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd be like, no.
God, I'm such a bitch. I did.
But putting on
that's
there,
the problem. Is like I have an issue when I see the tips that I feel obligated to leave something every time. Especially in Vegas, because in Vegas you tip everybody.
I know that. I almost just said that because when I was in Vegas just a few weeks ago, and I got breakfast one day, and I spent like $16 on this breakfast sandwich with a drink. It was like $27, and then they flipped the thing around. It's like, okay, here's 20%, I guess, too, on top of it. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah, you feel like an asshole. I do, anyways, because I worked in service when I was
right. Yeah, same.
So, yeah, I was a good old pizza driver. I heard you guys were just talking some pizza, but yeah.
I worked at a pizza place for 7 years. I delivered a few times, not a bunch of times, but I used to wait tables and work in the kitchen and stuff too. So it was the worst job I've ever had.
It absolutely was, man. I used to just sit there and throw on like the talk radio and just drive around in my car.
Yeah.
It was hard to beat when you're in college for damn sure. And then the other one I have for you too is, listen, I know I told you this on the text, Angelo, was
on the text? Are you 89 years old?
On the line.
I know. Apparently, for this channel, yes, I am old and ancient.
Yeah. Dude, I am everybody's grandfather.
Do you have a fire in the fireplace?
I do.
How romantic.
In Vegas? What's the temperature outside right now?
Like 50. It's cold.
It was freezing when I was there. I was there a few weeks ago, and I was like, holy shit, it's cold as shit. It was cold. It was like in the 30s at night.
No, it is. Yeah, the Vegas gets cold, man. People don't realize
it's
that.
A desert.
When you live in Vegas, you become a pussy, and like it gets cold.
Yeah, you're blood thin. Yeah, because you're from like Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Now you have a fire at 50. Well, I'm assuming when you grew up in Colorado, it's like it's 50. Let's put our shorts on.
Yeah, sleep with the windows open.
Yeah, well, okay. My girlfriend gets really cold, so I turn.
Oh, girlfriend. Wow, rub it in.
Jacob
wow,
gets
okay,
it.
Wow.
Jacob
Let's get
gets
this guy
it. There
out
it
of here.
is,
Get
Jake.
this guy out of here. There's the shot. There's the shot. I get it. Okay. Wow.
The difference is I can call her and she can come downstairs.
Unbelievable. Just had to, there was no reason to throw that in. No reason. I've been nothing but pleasant to you.
Yeah, to me.
No reason.
No, back on Tiffin, here's the other one that I get a kick out of was the bowling alley. Have you? Because bowling's something you do out here in Vegas. Obviously, it's a pretty big activity. Bowling.
I like bowling.
I fucking love
It's the
bowling.
bowling capital of the world out here because it's when.
What's
it's
your best? What's your best, Chris?
Out in Vegas, my best has been 200 flat.
Ooh,
200 is solid.
I've got a picture on my gram. I think it's 223. I used to go bowling all the time.
Yeah, I think my high score, like all time in life, is about like 220. But I kind of got back into it.
So not 223. You said.
No.
I just want to make sure.
Jacob's the absolute fucking worst.
I'm gonna screenshot. Now I have a goal. I like this. Now I have a target.
There you go. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm trying to confirm it right now. I'm looking for the picture to confirm. It's 222 or 223. I can't remember.
I can't wait till it's 196.
No, no. Come on. I bowled 200 with my left hand.
No, you don't.
No, I
prove it.
I guarantee.
Make him prove it. Make it, and let's check his height on camera.
I
too.
guarantee I could. I can easily bowl strikes between my legs. I do that regularly. That's not the only thing I do between my legs.
What else do you do between your legs?
Yeah,
Jacob?
chafe. Talk.
It's a lot of rubbing.
Lots of talking.
There's a lot of stuff down there rubbing a lot of other stuff. I'll tell you that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Push it in the back. Oh, I can pee out of the back. It's a fruit basket. Here's a funny story. Speaking of fruit baskets, I walked in. So, listen, my friends are
223.
Congratulations on all your success. My friends are straight up degenerates. And not degenerates like gambling, like how people use the word degenerate in this community. They're just gross pieces of shit. All of them. Every last one of them.
What checks out?
I left an open
It
frame.
only checks out if
That's
his
a
face is in it.
223 with an open frame in the fourth frame. I can't see the first frame, but I went second frame. I went strike, 8 open frame, strike, 9 spare, strike, 7 spare in the 10th frame. So that's an open frame, and I still did a 223. There's nobody better at anything than me.
Congratulations on all your success, Jacob.
I'll let you continue.
You know, it's interesting when you said you bowled a 223. I was really hoping you would break down frame by frame how you did, because I wanted to know how you got there.
And if I'm remembering right, let me look at this again. So the second one was a strike, third was a strike, fourth was the 8. It wasn't a split. If I'm remembering right, I think it was the second front pin on the left and the fourth pin on the third row on the right. And I think I split the baby where I was too good. Went right in between them. Then it strike. Then 9 spare in the 9th frame.
All right,
I
shut
believe
the hell
it
up.
was
Do me a favor.
The back row, second from the left that was left. And I picked that.
This is a stupid fish. I muted him. This is what's going to happen. Chris, I like that. Oh my God, I unmuted him. That was a mistake. So, Chris, I like that you're here. Don't go anywhere. You stay here. I'm also going to add Jacob's favorite Australian. So we got bobsled rider. So we got 2 callers at the same time. Jacob's still muted while he's telling the story. There's a first.
Look at us breaking records.
This is it, man. I knew the call-in show would be something.
Yeah.
Am I unmuted still? I'd say it's like an orgy.
Jesus Christ. You're back to mute.
Let's all get in the tub.
I'm in my car. I just finished up work, so
you're in your what?
I saw on my.
What did you just say?
I'm in my vehicle.
Oh my God!
Nobody says vehicle. Car was right. And we can tell because of the side that you're on. That's not the side we're on. That's wrong.
Sure.
On the wrong side.
It's daytime. Holy shit!
I saw it on my phone. I was like, "Fuck, I gotta call in right now."
This is fucking with me here.
Hey, do you have any while you're here? You have any questions for Chris? In all 100% seriousness, Chris is like an industry guy. Chris understands this industry better than any of us do. So you're going to call in. You get the luxury of Chris hanging out. If you have a question about the industry, this is your guy. If you just want to talk about Jacob's fucking red beard, that's fine too.
All right. Are there trap lines if you're like an industry professional with gambling and betting. Are there kind of trap lines that get set, or does the money dictate the lines always?
I mentioned that John Jones starting off
Shut
as
up,
an underdog
Jacob.
as
He
a
asked the
trap
industry
line.
professional.
I know, but
not
as
the
an
fucking...
example, I literally said earlier in the podcast that I felt like the
Christ.
John Jones plus money was a trap line. So go ahead.
Okay, professional, you can. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, so how do we track lines?
No. He said, "Are there trap like a trick, like a trap
lines?" Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like they're trying to bait you to bet on something they know is not going to hit.
No, 100% there is not. I mean, what it works is like when you go to sites like Best Fight Odds, really all these books are trying to do is just not go into arbitrage with each other. So there's no book going out there like, let's trap them, because if you put out a fight, all the books are going to have the same lines, right? So no book is going to have like, let's fuck with people and trap them. That just is not how it works. It really just is the line opens up with reference. They're the first book, and it's not even reference. That's just the company that releases it to bet online. And when you look at the history of when it gets open, they open it up and there's just a swarm of sharks waiting for them to come out.
Like me.
Sharks. And they bet it, and that's how you see that line movement go really fast. And then it stabilizes, and then everyone else every book in the world opens up after they kind of have stabilized odds and after all the sharks hit them. And then it's basically a copy and paste show. That's really what it is. These books are just copy and paste from the original ones, because if you put a line out that arbitrages with another book, then you're going to get unwanted action. And that's the one thing books are trying to avoid. So there's no such thing as like a trap. They put it out there, and then if people start betting it, obviously the line movement works, right? But
yeah,
you would think that I do that with Monkey Knife Fight only because I can, like, and I use your guys' advice a lot of times, you know, and I've been doing that for a while. Like, I'm serious. I'll put some underdogs as favorite in fantasy points just because, like, why the fuck not, you know? And it pays off sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't, but whatever. It's just nature of the beast. But yeah, I get what you're saying, because you see some odds and you're like, how the fuck is this possible? How is Sarah Eubanks a minus 200 favorite?
Dude, she ballooned up to like minus 350. It made 0 sense whatsoever. But so you,
that's like Kim this week.
And you, so
I got one more quick question that I was kind of thinking about. Like, obviously, this is a very kind of immature perspective on things, but I see a lot of books that have multi promotions, and you know, like the success rate for them, I guess, with multis would be good. So that's why they run them. But the only book that I can find that has lay betting is Betfair. And what if you could do like a multi lay bet? And
what's a lay bet? What's a lay bet?
Oh, so a lay bet is where you bet that the event doesn't happen. Like, so instead of betting on Cyril Gane to win, you bet on him to not win. And I know that sounds weird in the context of fighting, but like if you were to think about a horse race where there's 10 horses, and you bet on the favorite to not win, you know, because like I think like 66% of the time the favorite horse doesn't win. But if you did that in terms of like a multi-lay bet, it would be like you make all of the selections and you say one of them would fail or two of them would fail or something like that, you know? So
you have so Betway allows you to pick the losers in UFC fights?
You can. There's not much point in doing it because they do take a percentage. So in a fight where it's, you know, one or the other, there wouldn't be a purpose to lay bet. But if you're thinking like, you know, okay, there's a tennis tournament and 10, you know, contestants are playing, I think that, like, for example, Nadal Djokovic won't win. So I'll lay bet him, and so that's a bet that he won't win, but any of the others could win, and then I would win that bet. So like, I don't know, like I just thought I'd get your opinion on that sort of concept, because I know, like, I haven't done the statistical analysis on it or anything like that. So,
dude, that's definitely a European thing. That's for damn sure. That's not something we do out here. No, Europeans are way ahead of us when it comes to sports books. That's for damn sure. Because, like, especially when you're saying Betfair, do you have access to Pinnacle? Is that allowed on there?
No, not in Australia.
You don't have access to it? It's not there?
It's not here. I probably could get access to it through a VPN or something, but I haven't really tried too hard.
How about Heritage?
I haven't heard of that one.
Heritage Sportsbooks. Those are some, or Five Dimes. Actually, I don't know.
Are you
Five
naming
Dimes.
European sports books?
Well, they're big. Well, you know what, Jacob? It's funny you say that, but they're the ones we're pulling our odds from, and all the American ones. And it's funny because, like, I think I even said that once before that Johnny Olivio bitch from DraftKings was on a podcast with DC, and they're like, "Tell us how you came up with these odds," and he's like talking about it, and it's like, dude, you're copying the European books. That's where all the odds are coming from.
But he's Australian.
Yeah, but still,
It's the same. It's the same point. They all come from one place.
All right,
yeah,
I just
and,
want to make sure we're on the
America
same page.
doesn't have access to it, but that's why I'm curious if he has access to it there in Australia.
Got it. I just want to make sure that we were all on the same page.
I'm not saying Australia is European. I know some geography.
Well, it kind of
So
isn't
like-
it? Wasn't it under British rule for quite a while?
So sorry to harp on about it, but like if you're getting massive odds for a multi from a sports book due to a promotion, and then you go on the other side of it and you say, I bet that these series of events will not happen. That's a potential way to make money from my, right now uneducated.
I mean, yours. If let's put it this way, we don't have that option. But if we had that option with any book, where I could parlay the losers. And you're saying multi's a parlay.
I've seen
if I
Bet
could
Online
parlay the
offer-
losers, that's huge. I would
seen-
parlay the losers.
I've seen Bet Online for like golf and stuff do like not Tiger type bets, which I think is kind of like the same thing. You can bet on anyone but Tiger to win and stuff like that.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a specific prop bet that whatever book is. I mean, I'm just trying to wrap my head around the whole. You're just betting him not to win, so you're basically betting the other guy to win. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, but he's saying in competitions where there's more than two people, so like a tennis tournament, like a tennis tournament. And you're saying they also offer. So do they offer UFC multis not to win? So you can pick the three biggest underdogs. Oh no, okay.
That isn't a thing at all, but it should be, because like if you made a 10-leg multi on like absolute cans in the UFC to win, with a tolerance range of like, okay, I'm probably going to get 2 or 3 of these wrong, where the underdog pulls it off, then you could make a 10-leg multi and have the tolerance range be like 2 of these legs will lose, and that way, like it would be a way to almost hedge the losing multi.
What about Bet365?
Nothing on there like that, like what I'm talking about.
That's interesting, yeah. I mean, those books don't have it, and that seems really rare. I get what you're saying now, and that makes way more sense, especially with sports like tennis and golf, and being able to parlay them. That's just clearly not us stupid Americans. That's for damn sure.
I just haven't seen it ever, but anyway, that's all good. Lads, what have you been up to today? What have you gotten up to? It should be like nighttime over there.
It is night. It's 10 p.m. for me.
It's way past Angela's bedtime. I say that.
8 p.m. for Chris, 10 p.m. for Jacob and I. And we're doing this. This is what we're up to.
How's Friday?
Yeah, good. Sunny day as well.
Something to look forward to? Yeah. Nothing's crazy happening in the world on Friday? Can you check the U.S. stock market right now for Friday? I'd like to. I'd have a few questions.
Yeah, actually, I'll call in on Sunday and give you guys the winners of the UFC. So
I mean, the fact that you haven't done that yet kind of disgusts me, to be honest with you.
Well, the fights start at Sunday for some people. The main events do.
That is
true.
Australia.
Yeah. What time did the fight start for you?
They start at like.
I think we figured it out last time.
7 or 8 o'clock, and they go until usually like 3 o'clock.
Oh, so you finally get a normal.
How many time zones are there in Australia? It gotta be like 3 or 4, right? It's a big fucking place.
Yeah, I think about 4.
Yeah, it's fucking. I mean, it's a big fucking place.
Are there a lot of sharks by you? Doesn't Australia have a lot of sharks?
Yeah, there are. Yeah,
not inland.
I'm in like North Queensland, so there's a lot of crocodiles as well, which is.
Those things are actually mean too, right? They actually hunt
like
humans.
Dinosaurs out there.
They're fucking evil, man. Like, well, actually, the other day, because I work in
Can you say
the
crikey?
healthcare sector.
Shut up. Let him talk.
I didn't say mate. I didn't go that far. I just wanted to hear the crake. But I appreciate the effort.
No, there was a father that was taking his kids out for a fishing trip, and he stuck his head out of the boat, and the crocodile grabbed him and took him and left his kids in the boat to just contemplate their.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ!
Sounds like Friday.
No bullshit.
Sucks.
That's
Cool story, man. I feel good.
Holy shit! I'm never fucking going. Nope.
Why not? It's no different than Disney World.
There goes the Australia. Write that the bucket list. Australia. Nope.
No,
I went once in high school. Actually,
you went to Australia?
They have like crazy ass animals out there for sure. Like I heard they have crazy sharks, crazy alligators, crazy.
Everything tries to kill you in Australia.
Basically, that's what I'm to understand.
Except for the people. Confirming. The people are pretty nice, right?
Yeah, the people are nice. Yeah, I think so. You got your bogans, and eshays are now a thing, which is fucking weird. Do you guys have those in America? Like the little, rats that run around?
I don't know what. Oh, I thought you were talking about people.
I know.
And I was like, what the fuck is he going to say?
Where's this about to go?
Sorry, what is it? Rats? We have rats.
No. It's like little, teenage fuckwits that run around and.
Oh, it is people. We've got about 8 of them in the chat right now.
They have this particular style where it's like the Adidas kind of tracksuit.
Like Run DMC.
They ride scooters and
ride scooters. That's
until you said scooters, you were describing Guidos. Adidas tracksuits.
I mean, Guidos. I could see that.
I grew up wearing Adidas tracksuits, standing at the corner, sipping a coffee
and the fanny pack for their bags of drugs.
Fanny pack full of drugs. Sorry, I had to translate for Angelo. He didn't understand you.
I think he's describing Baltimore, but the scooters the difference. But other than that, he's describing Baltimore.
And where do they usually? Funny. If I go to Australia, where can I find these people? If I were to go, just for my own,
Everywhere.
All right, good. That's good to know.
What a fucking muppet.
What's the exchange rate, huh? How's the dollar?
Shut up with the weird Australia questions like you've never been out of this country. Have you ever been out of the country, Jacob?
So many times. I've been to. I've told this story on stream before. The first time I went out of the country, not the first time. The first time was in to Cancun, but I was like in 5th grade. I went to Venezuela with my family, and it was like family, like neighbors and stuff. So there was like 10 or whatever of us, but we were really the only kids, me and my sister. So we go, and what we didn't realize, or what they didn't tell me, I don't know if they realized or not, is not only was the beach, but the resort itself as well was topless. So I'm like a 13-year-old boy walking around this resort with all these topless women. It was like the most incredible week of my entire life. There was these German women, these are big women these things were fucking just cannons. That was always topless at the pool. I was at the pool all day, every day. Every time she got in the pool, I put my goggles on. I got in the pool. I'm underwater just like,
goggles.
14 years old, just oogling these German chicks. It was incredible. So I've been out of the country.
That's when the skin cancer started.
Yeah, well, yeah, literally. I still have a scar from when I was boogie boarding, and I went up on the sand, and I got a little cut on my chest.
Dude, honestly?
I got a cut on my chest. By the time I got to the pool, it was like bleeding. You know how blood looks like when it's wet? It looks really bad. My whole chest was just covered in blood. I'm just walking in the pool, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" It looked like I got eaten by a shark. It was crazy, but yeah.
This has been Jacob's live stream so far. About 30 jokes insinuating that you and I are gay together, right? Couple weird describe a hot dog in your mouth questions.
That was you.
No. Then you're a big boogie boarder. And then what was the other? Oh, and you wear goggles when you swim.
Yeah, in 8th grade when I'm trying to look at tits. Wow. How gay am I? Jesus. That's like the least gay thing ever. You're trying to insinuate that I'm making
goggles.
I'm underwater looking at tits. Holy shit. Somebody put me in a program.
Jesus Christ. Well, Bob Sletter, we appreciate the call in. I promise you, first, this is not your first show, so thank you very much. And I promise you, the more you call in, the less stupid fucking weird questions about Australia Jacob will have. Oh, he hung up.
Yeah, we appreciate you, for sure.
Thank you very much. Genuinely, 100%. We're going to stop asking about Australia. Because
Are
it's
we, though?
at a certain point, Jacob. Look at a map. Oh, there he is. I was saying that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
boys,
you
I
dropped.
disconnected.
No, you're good.
No,
I
I
was
get it.
saying that we genuinely appreciate you. This is not your first show, so thank you for calling in. And Jacob's going to stop asking questions about your country because at a certain point, it's fucking strange. If every time I talk to somebody, what's America like? What's America like?
Encyclopedia. Everyone knows what America is like. I mean, it's the best country in the world. I want
America has everything. Nobody knows what America's like. It has anything you could ever describe. It exists somewhere in America.
Sure.
We also have crocodiles and buffalo. We have
We're
crocodiles
not supposed to have
and
crocodiles, but
buffalo.
we do have a few.
We have crocodiles
invasive
and buffalo
pythons, too.
in the same country.
The Everglades
It's
is very
ridiculous.
Australia-like. Very
It is.
Australia-like. There is
Florida.
like invasive anacondas. There's you don't go walking through the Everglades and walk out. That's for sure.
Jacob, wait, how much faith out of 10 do you have in Jekka? Because I'm betting a little bit on him.
Oh boy.
I actually love this. Is one of those because I always have lock of the weeks to where like some of them are like haha lock of the week and some of them are like this is like literally like the fucking lock of the week. This is and I think Angelo agrees with me too. I don't know if he's as confident as I am. I fucking love that matchup for him, man. I just don't think that Jubilee is super dangerous. And Jekka also is one of those guys that seems like he's a guy that wants to be there more than just fighting. Like the whole like representing Indonesia and beating the Indonesian fighter, and he has that on his back and he takes pride in that. You could tell when he fights that. Not only does he take pride in his fighting and his confidence, the way he fights, but he's also having fun in there too. And I love that aspect of it, that he it's more than fighting for him. And I think that even gives him more of an edge and makes him even more dangerous than he normally would be. So I like Jekka in that matchup. Like confidence level, I think he has like over a 70% chance to win that fight in my mind.
He's minus 104.
Yeah, the other dude's striking shit, eh? And I don't
It's
even
moving.
think his grappling's that good.
Yeah, that's what somebody said on my Luck of the Week video. They're like, "Oh, Jubilee's just gonna take him down and wrestle him." It's like, I mean, I guess. I think that Jekka's a good wrestler in his own right and stuff it, and the power is just like unreal. That knockout that he has, it literally is like a gunshot. I mean, that was like one of the loudest knockouts I've ever heard. This guy is probably an undersized 155er. I bet Jekka could fight at 135 if he wanted to, and he's fighting 155. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I love him though. To answer your question, I do like it. That's not like bravado either. I like that matchup for him, 100%.
Sick. I'll put an extra unit on.
There you go.
Oh boy.
You're welcome. But if it's definitely not my fault if you miss it. You know what I mean? If you don't mind signing, I'm gonna send you a form to sign if you don't mind signing that, and then we'll be good to go.
Well, we genuinely appreciate you. Thanks so much for calling in. 100% genuinely appreciate it. And keep calling back in.
I have more questions, so please call back.
Yeah, Jacob needs to know about non-Frisco, Texas. So thank you so much. Genuinely appreciated. And we're going to do this weekly. So feel free to call in weekly on your ride home.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Have a good Friday.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
I mean, Jacob's like legit, like never, like
mean,
just
it's
real,
incredible.
never done anything vibes. It's crazy. Chris, you been to Australia?
The fact that it's also, I mean, Australia is like next level. Like if somebody's like from this or like, it's like, okay, but Australia is like, you got to ask Australia questions when you're talking to Australian. I think he's the first Australian I've ever talked to.
So,
I think that's why I'm so excited.
something that blew my mind, and I don't know, I'm trying to make sure I come off PC here, is I saw an Asian,
God, here we go.
An Asian from Australia sounded just like him. And that like really fucked with my head. Full like Asian
What's
Australian accent.
There's like a show or a movie or something with an Asian guy. Oh, I think it's King. Oh, it's King of Queens. The Chinese restaurant when he has like the English accent when he's going to check out, and Doug's like, "Well, that threw me off guard." He's like, then he starts.
No,
like,
there was the Big Brother a few seasons ago. He was like he was adopted. And he was adopted by like this like Arkansas or some like very southern state. And so he lives that life, talks that way, but looks, Filipino, I believe he was. And it just didn't align with what, like I guess I don't look a certain, I mean, if I'm full Guido outfit and then I'm like, what are y'all doing today? It's like, holy shit. I didn't see that happening.
This was on Tosh.0 that I saw. It was weed smoking. He was the bong lord. and he's very popular on YouTube, or was, the Bong Lord. And he's an Asian Australian. Just it's trippy.
There you go.
Jesus, Chris.
Yeah.
There you go. Chris, we're 2.5 hours in. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes or so, and then I got to
You said this was going to be from 7:30 to 9. We're stopping at 9. That's what I was prepared for mentally. I thought I was going to eat dinner before bed. Like, holy shit, I'm dying.
Why don't you eat dinner before 7:30?
When I get home from the gym around 6, then I do my my post workout stuff. Then I take a shower. Then I walk the dog, and then it's time to go.
You guys are gonna do this on Thursdays, though?
I'm trying to make this week.
Apparently.
So
I work
Chris.
Thursday nights. I'm on the clock right now for Monkey Knife Time. I'm waiting for this Bucks and
oh my god,
halftime. So yeah,
this is called time theft.
Q&A. Yeah, just text me, man.
This is time theft.
We're gonna try to make this weekly. Life gets a little tricky with kids and all that other shit. We're gonna try to make this weekly. I'm gonna stick with it as long as we can, and this will be. I am positive, Chris. I'm positive. Like at a certain point, I took a picture of it. I'll text it to you and Jacob. We had 4 people in the queue, and some people dropped because they weren't patient enough. But I'm positive that this call-in show will be a thing. We're the only people in this space taking calls from fucking strangers. The only people.
Why do you think that is? Sometimes people aren't doing it
It's a gamble. It's a gamble for sure. But so far, so good.
Sometimes just because somebody's not doing it doesn't mean you should do it.
It's a
There's not a lot of people.
Here's the difference.
Jumping off the Dallas Bridge. That doesn't mean that you
they're
should
not
go do it.
brave enough. I am, and it's only for premium members. And my logic is, if you're going to pay the $10, you're probably a decent person. Maybe not. My 2 biggest fears are the N-word and privates. So we've avoided that so far. So that's the plan.
I have a video clip of that, and that is one of my favorite things. Me and my brother, when someone got you pretty damn good with.
Thank God. The only reason it wasn't horrific. The only reason it wasn't horrific for me. No, I'm not going to say it again. But the only reason it wasn't absolutely horrific for me is I enunciated every single fucking letter in the comment that I read. If I didn't enunciate every letter, it would have been bad.
We wouldn't be talking here today.
No, thank God I was like Nick, literally every single letter of this person's name.
Holy shit!
This is before I knew how horrible the internet actually was.
I swallow cum.
Yeah, I swallow was a good one.
That was when.
Thanks for the $4. I swallow cum. It's like, holy shit! I'm like, what are you doing?
The best is you're like, don't read it. Don't read it.
Don't read that.
I've now learned. I now read everything before I pin it.
They're so priceless, though. That make the show what it is. It's great, and I get it.
As long as there's context, as long as you fully I read what was on the screen. My bad. I got because doesn't Michael Bisping get with at a certain point? It's like he might be leaning into it, but doesn't he constantly read shit he shouldn't read? Yeah,
it's like Anchorman. I am Ron Burgundy.
Right.
You just
I think that's the
go fuck yourself, San Diego. Why would you say that, Ron? Why would you say that?
D Hens asked, what do I have to do to call? It's scrolling across the bottom here. If you're a premium member, either on YouTube or the website, we posted a link. You click the link, you can call in. We're not taking any callers. I see a few of you in the queue. I'm sorry. We're not taking any more. It's late. We've been doing this for a few hours.
I'm so hungry.
We're gonna do this every single Thursday. So call in on Thursdays.
Angela's gonna do this every Thursday.
Chris, this is what's gonna happen, Chris. I'm positive. I'm fucking positive. And
I
Chris,
think you should run it yourself.
Here's my love letter to Chris right now. I'll do it on air, half drunk. Chris,
drunk? I didn't know that we were allowed to drink during these things.
I thought you were dabbling in other substances, Jacob.
Oh, is this the heroin joke again? Nice.
First of all,
real classy.
Meth. It was meth.
Real classy.
Anyway, Chris reached out to us. We started this basically 2 years ago, right? We're February, 2 years and 2 weeks ago. And we started this, and Chris sent me an email. Hey guys, caught your show. I love it. blah, 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 blah. I work for Monkey Knife Fight. And I saw that, and I was like, what the fuck is Monkey Knife Fight?
That's a stupid name.
And I manage Nick Newell, and Nick Newell gets invited to every podcast that's ever existed, including ones with crazy names. So I assume, whatever. Then I was like, well, let me respond, whatever. And then Chris and I started talking, and then, Chris put me in touch with people at Monkey Knife Fight, and then we worked that out. And then it just, changed the whole dynamic of, holy shit, there's a lot going on here. And you literally changed the entire course of this channel. There's a few pivot points, and you were one of the very first ones. I genuinely appreciate literally the fact that you reached out, you watched the show. Shut the fuck up.
Holy shit.
The only reason you have a fucking paycheck is because of
this little smile on Chris's face. Look at him.
Yeah,
Look at
of course.
this little smile.
Because let's put it this way.
He's gonna get his girlfriend down here. Listen to this, honey.
Here's some real numbers for you.
Son of a bitch.
We do 120,000 views in a rolling 28 days.
Mm-hmm.
We have 10,000 subscribers. So obviously that math doesn't completely align because a lot of people specifically on YouTube will watch but not subscribe. And it'll get put in their feed and they'll watch every video we do but not click the subscribe button. So for somebody like you to actually not only take the time to click the subscribe button, which is, it's a decision you have to make, but then to take it a step further and email me for no reason other than I like your content. You guys are doing some great stuff. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. That's incredible. It's incredible that you did that. It changed the course of everything. It's genuinely appreciated. So this is my love letter to Chris Riley, the insider in Vegas.
I appreciate it. Well, have you seen some of the other content that's out there?
Oh, I've seen it.
And
they're idiots.
Speech, Chris. Speech.
Well, it's the truth. I will give you a small speech. Here we go. It's first of all, I took over UFC. I went to the first ones because I'm from Colorado. And I was a big fan. Then I stopped watching altogether, and I was put on NASCAR for Monkey Knife Fight. I fucking hated NASCAR. And then during the pandemic, they're like, "We're gonna."
You might know my NASCAR thing. They said that the NASCAR is the busiest weekend for Vegas. Is that still a thing?
Or
was that ever a thing? You think?
No, it's really here. It's only once a year though. Right. Either way, I hate NASCAR. I didn't want to handicap it, and I got into UFC, so I was kind of starting from scratch, and I was just. I didn't know many of the big names. I still have not seen John Jones fight. And I'm just searching for content, and especially on these fights, to put up these strike lines that I don't know. And it's just impossible. And that's how I caught you, because at first you dissected all your videos into individual fights. And that's what I caught. And yeah, it was you, Dan, Nick, and Jacob, and way different dynamic. And I forgot which one it was. It was some girl fight or whatever. And I was like, oh, and then I saw you had videos for all the fights. And then it really helped me do my job. And I was like, yeah, I got to get a hold of these guys. And going further, it's just been really cool to watch the channel explode to what it's doing. You guys are doing good stuff, and it's I'm proud of you all. It's I know my weeks would be different. I'll tell everybody this right now. This is the interesting. I told when Angela, you started this site and you had the premium thing, Angela was like, "Oh, I can give you the premium for free. Don't worry about it." And I said, "No, it's $10 fucking. I will pay it."
That's 100% true. I was like, Chris, everything you do for me, I'm not gonna charge you fucking $10, dude. I'll set you up. You can have it for free. And no, you literally were like, no, man, I'll support it. And that $10, these are small things to you. To you, it's $10, which in my mind, $10 is. I don't want to say nothing because $10 is something, obviously. But
well, you got a $600 buck hunter behind you.
For what you get, $10 is nothing. And just the act of clicking subscribe, the act of emailing is nothing to you, but it means everything else. So it's all genuinely appreciated. Nothing, literally nothing. I know people think I'm too aggressive, too crass, too Northeast, because most of the country is not fucking Northeast. So I fully recognize that people have a problem with that part of me, but nothing goes unnoticed. Literally nothing. I recognize every ass clown that's just trying to be funny, every hater. I see everybody that's subscribing. I see all of it. I recognize all of it, and I appreciate literally all of it.
Oh my God, you're going to start crying.
No, I haven't cried in how many years?
You cried when I told you about my cancer diagnosis.
Jacob, I'm going to leave that alone. So I genuinely appreciate everything you've done. Jacob, if you didn't know, Chris he's allergic to the sun. He went outside a little too long. They had to cut half of his fucking face off.
I'm aware of everything. I watch your guys' show every week. Trust me.
They literally removed half of his face.
Never looked better, though. People like the beard. Everyone that says I had that, oh, he's got a beard. It looks good. You like the beard, Angelo?
What people? What people? You're like one of those. You're literally like one of those TikTok or Instagram influencers that's like, everybody's been asking, where do you get this shirt? Nobody asked that fucking question. Nobody said love the beard. Nobody. Not one person.
You want to bet how much you want to put on it? Name a number.
Go
ahead.
Now people are gonna say it because I made it a thing.
No, we can scroll back. Name a number. Go ahead.
I want five comments that said I love the beard.
Well, now you're moving the goalposts.
You said everyone. We had 150 people watching at one point. Everyone can't be 5 people.
His name is Everyone. Are you stupid or something?
Literally,
his username is Everyone.
I said doll hairs. Fucking loser.
Who's on first?
Yeah, exactly.
What's on second?
Yeah. All right. I have never had to pee more than I have to pee right now, so I'm going to shut this down. But Chris, thank you for joining.
Chris.
Thank you for everything that you've done, except you're honestly what is kind of fucking annoying about you. No offense. Your monkey knife fight lines have gotten so much sharper the last 2 years.
Yeah, we used to enjoy.
It's fucking hard. It's fucking hard now. It's very hard now.
Every time Angel's like, "What do you think?" More or less, I'm like, "Fuck, Chris, Jesus, I don't know."
Unless, hey, come on, Jacob, you got to remember my
the females.
Yeah,
we appreciate the call. Yeah, we appreciate those for sure.
I did one for you, Jacob. Was it Rebus?
I think it was Rebus and Tracy. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you did do one for him.
Yeah,
I actually
69.5.
I didn't even say. I didn't even say that publicly. I texted Jacob on the side. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's for you.
I was willing, and chicks throw over 69 strikes. We all know this. I was willing to sacrifice company money for part of We Want Picks and a good joke and make Jacob laugh.
And it worked.
My man, pots and pans.
It all worked out.
Well,
actually, my favorite number is 2. So if you could put another one at just 2 and 2, we would appreciate that.
Yeah, very helpful.
Yeah, right. If I leave this company, I will definitely.
The last hurrah. We appreciate that.
It's like, all right. Oh, what a shock. 2-2 with some lightweights. All right,
I appreciate you. Appreciate everybody who joined. It's so bad. Thank you all very, very much. We will see you tomorrow for the rest of our content.